Good afternoon and welcome to our weekly Fantasy Age live stream. I'll be your Games Master for today. I'm Brian F. Irving from Gethsemane Games and DH9 Radio, and I'll be running a scenario of my own devising, the Tower of Saragosa, using the Fantasy Age rules by our friends at Green Ronin Publishing. The music you'll be hearing today is by DH9 Radio's production unit, Kevin MacLeod at incompetech.com and Tabletop Audio. Maps are primarily by myself, using Campaign Cartographer 3 by Pro Fantasy Software. Our cast for today are Louise Morris.
Hello.
As the Orc Artist and Rogue Mog of the Bright Eye Clan. Sean McGuile.
Afternoon.
As the Human Knight, Sir Kellen of Highgate. And Patrick Heaviside.
Hello.
As Goric Clovenhelm, the Dwarf Priestess of Palo. Sorry for the pause there. I was just absolutely checking I had their mics switched on. Made that mistake once before, never again. Previously on the Tower of Saragosa, the party and the tower's inhabitants have grown somewhat distrustful and suspicious of one another. Recent events have made it clear that someone or something is playing each off against the other. As the mages and the party confront one another with their suspicions, the door to the library opened and the butler entered, sloughing off his human form to reveal his true demonic form. As fear and chaos break out amongst the assembled throng, no one seemingly sure which side anyone else or indeed themselves are on, we rejoin the party as a confused and multi-sided battle is joined. Welcome to the Tower of Saragosa. Okay, I believe the battles broke out on level 5, am I right?
It's not the library. It's the level with the master and mistress's bedroom.
That's right, I said library. It's actually the living room, isn't it?
Yep, that's right.
Giant living room. So here we are. I'm just zoning in on it now. You should all be able to see the...
Yep.
Yeah.
Great.
But who said it was a battle?
Oh, it's a battle.
we haven't joined the fight as yet. There's no...
Everyone else has rolled for initiative. It must be a battle.
Yes, exactly. So, please go ahead and roll for initiative.
Oh gosh, where am
And
I?
unless somebody beats
Over
18,
by the
it's
door.
definitely going to be a battle, because the
Demon's
demon's going to open fire. Yeah.
with 6 points of stuns.
You don't get stunts on initiative.
Yeah, well, good.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's now going to be Kellen that's going to be going first by the look of things. And then Gora. So you've got two people who've snuck in ahead of...
Oh, hang on.
That was Adrienne.
Oh, sorry, that's Adrienne.
Yeah.
Oh, that could be handy.
I was literally just about to roll Adrian's initiative, but I'm glad I didn't now.
Yeah. Okay, so we have Mog, Kellen, and Adrienne. So we just need Gora for themselves. And then we will be ready to begin. And there we go, 14. So I shall reorganise these in descending numerical order. And as I mentioned in our chat thread the other day, I've discovered you can include spell effects on the turn order and make it automatically count down till they run out. So we'll be using that feature today, since we have, let me see now, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mages in this fight. This is going to be a hell of a one to keep track of.
The magical 9.
Yes.
9.
9. So, Kellen of Highgate acts first as the demon is just completing its change, we'll say.
I will. This is a tricky one. I'm gonna have to move from there.
Mm-hmm.
In which I will move myself into this position.
Yep.
And attempt to strike at the demon.
Okie dokie. Go ahead and make an attack.
Where are we at? In here, it's going to be this one. Probably have no effect, but there we go.
Oops, Daisy. Sorry, I've started it at combat round 0, and that's not really how numbers work. Okay, well, I mean, technically it is, but not combat rounds, certainly. Okay, so 18, I have a strong suspicion is going to be a hit. Let me just pull the demon up. Its defense is 14, so you've managed to hit it.
And 5 stunt points.
With 5 stun points, indeed you have.
Skirmish it down the stairs.
Hang on, does this count as one of those big battles where there are extra stunts?
I believe there might be some extra stunts.
In which case, I believe one of them is to make attacks magical, or to otherwise make attacks that can hit foes that are immune to mundane damage.
Yes, I don't see why we can't use that one. That was originally from, I just forget the source, but that does seem suitable. So, given the number of mages / clerics involved in this punch-up, I think we'll allow
Clerics plural.
that. Possibly, yeah. Well, a warlock and a cleric's a very similar concept, really.
As a cleric, I would argue that.
Well, okay, let me rephrase that. A cleric
I'm not a divine sugar baby.
Oh god, it's like being in a party with Anders and Meryl all over again.
Okay, so how we're getting on, Sean?
I do not know what to do at this point.
Oh, I do believe I've neglected to click on my tokens as I was putting those initiatives in, so they'll need to go in manually, please.
That's funny because I thought I'd seen them, but that might not have done. Just a second. So we have. What were the initiatives? And I'll.
Adrienne was on 19.
She's definitely not in, so let me just add that manually.
Apologies for that.
No, that's okay. It happens. So that's Adrian.
Just get back into the swing of it after a fortnight.
Yeah. I wouldn't care, but we took that time off so I could build my fence, and the stuff still hasn't arrived yet.
Oh no.
Arrives on Wednesday.
Did you use the time to get caught up with other things, though?
I did. Right, and Gora, I'll need to put you in manually.
14, please.
14, yeah. Add turn. 14.
Do I use those 5 points of stunts to?
Skirmish him down the stairs.
Yeah, I don't think that's a possibility. I think it's probably sturdy.
It might be.
Trying to skirmish him at all will tell us if he can be skirmished, and
It's
if
not the biggest demon you've ever fought.
the biggest one came out of that infernal sorcerer, I think.
Mm-hmm.
It was like 4 squares big.
Yep.
If you just strike him mundanely and it does damage, then we'll know that it can take mundane damage. Whatever you do, this is testing the water. So I would say there's no real sort of bad use for your stunts at this point, because it's going to tell us what we're dealing with.
Do you know what
Okay.
I probably have done? No, go ahead. We'll do this later.
Right. So I'm not going to skirmish him.
Okay.
Whatever.
Right.
That's
Right.
fine. Yeah.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to use lightning attack for second attack,
Okay.
and I'm going to double team Mog.
Nice one. Right. Yes.
Yeah.
It's
If that's
technically a modification of a stunt from
right.
Modern, I think.
So damage
Okay.
up. Yeah. Damage for the first swing
Yep.
is 15.
15 points of damage. Let me just bring up the butler and see how much of that gets through. That's a mundane attack.
Yep.
Okay, so shit.
He's not.
Fuck's sake. Okay.
We sink your battleship.
So yeah, that hurt him.
Okay. Right. Second attack by me.
Yeah.
Rolls a 16.
16. I think that might have hit. No.
That hits him as well. Yeah.
Yes, it does. 14 was your target number, so go ahead. And damage 12. Right, okay.
And then Mog gets to make an immediate attack.
Oh, nice.
Okay, this guy isn't undead, right?
He's not undead, no, he's a demon.
Okay.
What's his dex, though?
Yeah.
Good point. His dex is quite high. 4, I think. Let me just double
Oh, that'd be higher
check
than mine.
that. Dexterity 4, yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's
you
higher
get
than
that-
mine.
Yeah, so it buys you in a free attack at this point
It
with
does,
your axe.
yeah.
I don't have to use a missile weapon for this one. It says
Okay.
Why?
because that's what it says.
No.
It says I must have been looking at the wrong one. No, your ally must have a loaded missile weapon to attack at range.
If you want to
attack
attack
range.
at range.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, ignore that then.
Yeah.
Right, sorry. I misread that.
No, it's worded in a way that leads to that problem occurring, yes.
It should
I
be
can't
if
use
you
aim
wish
for
to
this,
attack
no?
at range,
It should be.
you must have a loaded missile weapon.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
I can't use aim for this, no?
No, because it's
Okay.
not your turn. It's
Yeah.
just an attack
Right,
that you
fair.
get to roll.
Oh shit,
that's
you've
a
hit
hit.
him as well. Okay, so this demon's taken quite a pummeling. I think he's almost down at the yellow already. Go ahead and roll the damage.
What?
Yeah.
He's not the most powerful demonic type.
I mean, he has been going up and down stairs all day. Going,
Did you just do 17 points of damage?
He's actually as frail as the butler he was portraying.
Well, I don't know.
Feeling-wise,
So,
probably.
so far this round, he has taken 31, over 40 points of damage in one round. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7.
Regretting
that's
his life
13,
choices at this point.
So 13, that would be 40.
You say your name's not down, you're not
Shit.
coming in.
It's
Bounces at the door.
like that stupid chap who went for like some people he thought were cross dressers, but it was actually a whole load of cage fighters on a night out.
Yes, I saw that.
Oh, yeah, it's not that.
Yeah.
Okay, so on round 1, Kellen has slashed and stabbed the demon. Mog's gotten in on the act and wellied it with an axe as well. It's already looking as if it's starting to regret its choices a bit. It's suffering from the impact, and my second screen's just turned off. It's suffering from the impact of this unwarranted and brutal onslaught. Adrian to go next.
Started on us.
Sorry,
Right
I
now,
didn't mean to hit your second screen with an axe.
exciting question.
Yes.
Adrian has some new abilities, and I would like to use one of them.
Okay.
It's the Journeyman Seer ability.
Yes, go ahead.
Now, can you tell me, is it a minor action, a major action, or is there such a thing as a free action? Because it doesn't say.
There is such a thing as a free action, but I am going to have to look up which of these.
Page 30 of the companion.
Page 30 of the companion. Thank you. Just give me 2 seconds and I'll adjudicate that for you as soon as this screen decides to join me.
Because to clue in everybody else, what this does is it will potentially give a re-roll to Hands of Fate.
Yes.
It's
Oh,
like
okay.
it's a sort of preparation for any more Fate spells to come. In the same way
30
that Hands of
said, didn't it?
Fate, page 30 on the strap, yeah.
Yeah.
In the same way that Hands of Fate boosts and prevents more expensive spells from failing, for the cost of only 5 magic points, we can get a re-roll any time we cast Hands.
So you can read signs to gain insight to help avoid costly errors. You may spend 5 magic points and name a particular ability and focus. For the rest of the encounter, you may re-roll tests of that type at the cost of 2 magic points each time. However, you must take the result of the second roll as a free action.
Oh, thank you. I've just realised this is even better than I've just described.
It really is quite.
Because it says particular ability and focus.
Yes.
Therefore, any intelligence fate
Yes.
roll.
Okay.
So all fate spells benefit from this.
Okay, so we'll put a little marker on it to make sure that we don't forget. So let's just take a look at the available markers. And what strikes you as... I'm going to put a little arcane symbol on
Dice.
it. A dice?
A dice for fate, I would say.
Okay, do we have
If
a
you've got
dice?
such a thing.
Just looking, I
A coin?
don't recall. I've got a tablet or a screw head or whatever the hell that is.
A screw head. Not quite what I had in mind, but I'm easy.
Yes. Well, yeah, it's that one. I'm not 100% sure what that is supposed to be, but we'll use that because we'll look at it.
It's a ban symbol.
Yeah.
It's to stop you from doing something.
Right.
Yeah, no
Yes. So it
smoking and
is.
the like.
So it is.
You've been focusing on your fence for 2 weeks. That's why you think it's a screw head.
Probably. Yeah.
Can you make the symbols visible to us so we could pick one?
I
Or
don't
have you chosen?
believe I can. You can by clicking on the.
If you click on the character and then click on the
The
dot
cog?
symbol,
Yeah.
no, not the cog, the other one at the bottom.
Ah, I see it. Okay.
Oh yeah, like the circle within a circle.
Yeah, so you've got a couple of pentagrams. You've got the scream. You've got pints.
Scream.
It really is a scream. It must be said.
Yeah. So I will take the one off that I put on, and I will allow you to choose which one Adrienne is going to put on herself. And that's a free action, so you will also need to consider what
Marvellous.
she's going to do.
Oh well, it's from the seer ability. Therefore, we'll have an eye.
That makes sense.
That does make sense. Yes. Don't know
Lovely.
why I didn't think of that.
You're good, but you can't do everything.
Yes, we'll go with that. Okay,
Right,
so-
and then we'll have some hands of fate.
okay, now I get to use a brand new ability. So
Ooh.
you go ahead and roll Hands of Fate first.
Oh, now hang on. I must just minus off 5 magic points for what I've just spent. Right. And then if I want to use it at any time, if we want to use it at any time, it is 2 more magic points per use.
Right. Yeah.
So hands of fate.
Go ahead and roll. That would have been a success. So what?
Would have been.
Yeah. What is your spell power? 17. Shit. Fuck bollocks. It might still be.
It's not 17. She is not currently holding the staff.
It's
Gora is.
15. Right.
Yes.
Okay. So as she attempts to summon fate, the demon, feeling the powers of fate beginning to build in the air, counter spells. Let's see if he succeeds.
Oh, no.
Hang on. In which case we can get a re-roll, right?
Not if he counter spells and he succeeds. No.
We can't counterspell the counterspell.
You can if you've got a counter spell. And target number was 15, total 15. He's counterspelled.
Okay, so he can do that as like a
Free action.
reflexive action.
Counterspell is a free action because it wouldn't be any use if it wasn't. Yeah.
And you can do it like multiple times per
shit, I've
per
just turned
turn
my screen.
order.
Do you know, I'd never thought of that, but I suppose they probably could, but they would burn through their magic points damn fast if they did.
Yeah.
So he can counter on anybody's turn. That is very
I think
powerful.
you can only use one free action a round, actually, so
Yeah,
I don't
I
think
would-
he
I
could
would
do
go-
it again. Yeah, well,
Oh,
he can
no,
do it
no.
again, just not this round.
No, Brian.
Oh,
No.
Yeah.
No. Free
on.
actions are free actions, and they're specifically
Okay.
described
Okay.
in
Yeah.
that there's obviously the archery talent whereby you can fire multiple shots, right? Because of the talent that you have, but you get to reload as a free action
Okay.
if you're using a bow.
I just need to
So you
check.
can fire
what
3 shots, you can get 2 free
when the
actions in
test
that
spells
scenario.
cast normally, if you do not have sufficient magic point. Okay, what was the magic points cost of your spell that he's just counterspelled?
for hands of fate, I believe it's a 4. Hang on a
So
second.
it costs him 5 to counterspell it then.
Oh, now that's interesting.
Yeah,
Yes, it is indeed a 4.
it is. Right, okay.
So you have to
And-
expend 1 more than the actual.
That's right, yeah.
And even though that succeeded and was counterspelled,
Yeah.
it still costs us the 4 magic points. casting it.
Yes, it would, yeah.
Right.
Okay, so you try to cast Hands of Fate, the demon counterspells it, and the spell just
Yep.
peters out.
Okay.
and fails. So that was Adrian's free and minor action. Sorry, major action.
No.
She still has a minor.
Free and major.
Major.
So you're saying that the journeyman seer ability can't be used to get that reroll.
No,
this
because
point,
the
because
seer
he's
ability
counted
is if you fail a roll, you
if
succeeded
you fail
the roll.
it, right?
Yeah.
In which case, can the minor action be used as as for the same thing as would be a free action?
Yes. Yeah.
In the same way that you can, instead of doing a major and a minor, you can do 2 minor.
Yes.
Right. In which case, I'd like to use the master level of the seer
Oh
ability.
God, it's your master as well. Right. Okay.
Yes, that's what you made. Thank you.
What was I thinking? Right. Okay. So
Yeah,
you
the
learn.
master level of that same ability, and it will be used for the same point cost on behalf of Mog.
Okay, so you learn to advise others more effectively with your powers. You may use your journey degree talent on any ally you can freely communicate with. So, Mog, you will now gain. You can read the signs to gain instant help to avoid costly errors. You may spend 5 magic points. That's not actually going to be possible because you don't have magic points.
The spellcaster spends 5 magic
The
points.
spellcaster spends 5 magic points and
and
names
advises.
name a particular ability and focus for the
Yep,
rest of
so-
that encounter. So, Mog, what ability and focus would you like to be able to re-roll? Remembering every time you re-roll it, it's going to cost Adrian another 2 magic points.
Hang on.
I've got a question. Would that be the recipient's choice, or would it be the spellcaster's choice?
Yeah, I would have said it makes more sense to be the
Spellcasters then go on. Yeah, okay, we'll do it
Yeah.
that way.
It's Mog's ability to hit. So is it accuracy and acts, or what's
Fighting.
the
It would be
Fighting.
fighting axe. Yeah.
fighting axe? So if you miss, you get a reroll.
Okay.
Okay, that's
Yay.
cool. So every time she uses it, Adrienne will spend another 2 magic points.
Yeah,
That's right.
Okay.
So that could burn through her magic points very quickly, or it could just result in the demon being dead very quickly.
It's just
Yes.
for the yellow not being funny, but
Yeah. Oh, the demon's in. Yeah, he's a third of his hit points down already in the first combat. In the first 2 people to have acted in the first combat round. Luckily for him, it's him to go. So I'm gonna have to choose.
please don't eat me.
I'm gonna have to choose his first action very friggin' carefully.
Retreat.
So this would be a major action. Shadow darkness bursts from your hand. Blah blah blah. Shadow darkness bursts from your hand. Arcane device speeds towards a target. Oh, that's shadow dagger I'm reading. You deepen the shadows in a 5-meter range within a area. There must already be some neutral. Okay. So does he? Nope, that's not great. Oh, that's a nasty one. I think that might. Oh, that's a very good defensive one. So does he go offensive and horrifically offensive, or does he go very, very defensive?
Like if he could avoid the stand-up comedian, that would be great.
He's a demon. I'm a priestess of pure law. He's already highly offensive.
Right. Well, one of the things this would do would increase. God, I'm really torn.
What would make the best story?
Both of them. Both of them.
Flip a coin.
Okay, no, I'm going to go defensive because I think he's probably reeling in shock a little bit from the massive impact you guys have had on him in the first combat round. So it will be a... Oh, Christ, that's costly. Shit! Okay.
He didn't know us very well, did he?
No.
Clearly no.
Okay, so back to his character sheet, he's going to cast Shadow Thingy on... where is it? Form, there we go. Oh, dear God.
Failed.
I think he has.
Whoops.
Fuck, he has indeed failed his spell. Okay, so that's not good. So that
And
being the case,
that cost him the magic points as well.
that did cost him the magic points as well. So
Good.
what did I just write down? There we go. So that's
And for his minor action, he's now going to cry in the corner.
for his minor action. He's going to run the fuck away.
All the rest of the mages just sat around looking, thinking, what?
Yeah.
What?
So for his minor action, yeah, I think he's going to withdraw. So round one, the demon gets its ass kicked and withdraws to lick its wounds.
Why do you only hit you once?
Get after him.
Right, is Mog to go next?
Where's he gone?
Pursue.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Okay,
I'm not gonna leave a demon.
okay, so you need to head through the
Pursue him
door to
across
start with.
Pursue him across the ceiling and freak him out.
That is a good idea.
Twist your head round 180 degrees.
Oh my god! Yes, yes, yes! I'll like exorcist across the ceiling.
Okay, right,
I
so
can't
you...
get through this door. Is this door shut?
It's shut at the moment, yep, and obviously the demon's holding it shut. So you crawl up the wall and spider across it. As you're going up the wall and across the ceiling, you notice that coming down the stairs is the missing mage, the missing apprentice. Magnus. He's coming down the stairs and he looks angry. And
Oh, does he now?
he has spotted you. So
Hi there.
so your minor action was to move. What would you like your major action to be?
Can I kick the door in?
You can give it a try. Give me a might.
Hang on, you've got an axe.
Give me a strength
Yep.
might test, please. Mechanically, it'll work the same whether you kick it or use the axe anyway. So
That's not very good.
8, right?
I
Crunch.
can't intimidate the door, no?
No, I'm afraid not. Crunch.
Waiting
The
for
door
that.
splinters very, very slightly. You can see dust comes off the hinges where they're screwed into the wall, but the door doesn't go in.
Damn.
So,
And thematically, you say, little pigs, little pigs. yeah.
so Gora, what would Gora like to do?
Right, now then, the amount you can move is your speed,
Yes.
which is only 8 for me, unfortunately.
Yeah, just little legs.
Yeah. Can I get out the? Oh, I can go a fair way.
You're going straight
Yeah,
through
but
a
you
wall
wouldn't be
there.
able to do that.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, I mean,
Through a wall.
I'm not going to go to where the arrow is, but it's like that's where I want to be. So you would like take 1 or 2 off, and come further back.
Well, hold on. Let's just do the.
If you right
Is it alt?
click,
If you right click, you can set waypoints. So you can do that, That.
Mine's missed.
and that, which would take
Well,
11 the way I did it. I don't know how.
so oh god, hang on.
you can get out.
Hold the
door,
left
you-
hold the left button down, and then right click the waypoints, and that'll allow you to change direction for the next bit.
Ah, right. So
Yeah, just
right
keep
click,
doing that. Yeah.
right click, not right click and hold.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going over there. Oh, I can get to about there.
Yeah.
Lovely. Okay.
Okay, so you notice the same thing. You notice Apprentice Magnus coming down the stairs. He's got a staff in one hand and a scroll in the other, and he looks maniacal.
Oh, does he now?
Yes.
Is he aiming for myself or Mog?
He's kind of glaring at you both. He's not aiming yet in any way, but he does look maniacal.
Right.
If you've ever seen Private Pile in...
Oh God, yes.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I want to say Born on the 4th of July, and it's not. It's
No,
a
it
Platoon,
wasn't.
I
That
think.
was Full Metal Jacket.
Full Metal Jacket. Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah.
That's how he looks at the moment.
Yeah.
When Pyle goes, aggressively insane. This is...
This is my rifle. This is my gun.
Yes, exactly.
So he looks like he's about to get into industrial band.
Yes, he does. Yeah.
This is my rifle. This is my gun. This is my aquabus. Put your hands up, hon.
I will give.
Leveling my arquebus at him.
Okay.
Just drop what you've got in your hands.
Okay.
Put your hands in the air.
So give me
Like you just don't
a
care.
strength intimidation roll, please.
Strength intimidation.
Yep. Intimidation
Pointing
is under strength.
Christ. Oh, I'm holding an arquebus.
I'll give you a +1.
I have
Look out.
0 strength. I do not have intimidation.
You
He's
don't.
got a shooter.
I got a shooter.
He's got a shooter.
There's Magnus down there, right at
Well-
the end. Right, okay. So,
I don't think Gora's actually tried to intimidate anybody with a gun before, so she doesn't know that she's bad at it.
yeah, well, we don't know. She is bad at it. Yeah, give it a roll. Yeah, she's bad at it.
Yes.
Yeah. Now she knows she's bad at it. She probably won't do that again.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's an opposed thing against his willpower thingy. So let's find out. You might still roll
And he
higher
rolls
than
triple
no.
one,
No. Right, he just cackles.
Don't like cackling. Don't like any form of
Can't-
work.
Hell and Pierce.
You can pull the trigger if you like.
Yeah, I was thinking
Oh,
that.
wait a minute. Anything you get a dice roll for is considered a major action, so no, you can't.
The act of intimidating is the action.
Yeah.
Fair dues.
Also, yeah, even if I'm making a minor action, you've still taken a minor action, so either way you're out of action.
Yeah, I moved as well, and I spoke.
That's right. So, Mistress Inhalia, God alone knows which side she's coming in on. Let's just have a look. So,
Does she even know?
You're supposed to know.
I've been trying to work this out for a week. Okay, so I think her best bet at this point is probably to cast a defensive spell until she finds out who the hell which side everybody's on. So she's going to attempt an enhanced armor.
Well, your
enchant armor.
butler's a demon. Unless you're siding with demons, you might want to side with the people who are fighting the demon.
Okay, so her spell has gone off. So she has cast enchant armor. So let me just take a read on...
+2?
I think we will make it +2. Yep, so magic and enchant armor. You touch a suit of armor or article of clothing and temporarily imbue it with an arcane protection until the end of the encounter. Right. The item grants +1 armor rating or -1 reduction to armor penalty over its usual armor, and you can spend extra magic to boost it. So she's going to fire.
Well, hang on. What degree is she? Well, you don't have to
Master.
tell me, but then it's +3.
Can be. Is that
At higher degrees, you can increase the. Oh,
Yeah, you
that's if
can. You don't have
spend
to.
more.
You have to spend more to do it. Yeah. So I will. Is she a master in that particular one? Actually, yes, she friggin' is. So I think, to be honest, given her massive amount of magical energy and the fact she doesn't know who the hell side anybody's on, she is going to do a full 3-pointer and spend the 9 points it'll cost because she can afford to. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So she's cast that. I've just typed, rather than put a marker on and then try to remember what it's for, I've just added 3 onto our armor in the
reasonable
in the thing.
Points, yeah.
So it'll since it lasts all round anyway.
All encounter.
All encounter anyway. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just type it into that as
The
well.
only reason to put a marker on her would be to remind you to take that 3 back off after the encounter.
Yes. Yeah, that's true. Okay, so that's the mistress has cast a major action. Her minor action, well, she's in close proximity to 3 separate people, and doesn't know who to trust. And she's already been beaten up once recently, so she is going to.
She back away towards the window there to the south.
I was just wondering if that would be the most likely position. I think we will have her.
Like here?
Yeah. I think we will have her back off over there, pointing her magical device at everybody to make sure everyone stays back. And saying things like, stay back, stay back, stay back, or I open fire. Apprentice Lyra next up. So, Apprentice Lyra, what is she going to do?
I'm saying to Mistress Enhalia, no, the open fire is to your left.
She takes the lid off the jar in the corner and climbs in.
Now, is this the one that's actually
Like Charles
bound
Autry
to-
and Carrion Cleo.
Oh, soul bound, yeah. Okay, so I think we're going to have a pestilence attack on realizing that the most physically powerful, the one who almost chopped down the demon in one go, is Kellen. She's going to open fire with a pestilence spell against Kellen.
Okay, that confirms what the Ouija board told us, that Lyra is indeed possessed. She's on the side of the demon.
Yeah.
We have our secondary target.
Okay, so 16, that's a pass. Let me just read Pestilence. This is a fairly nasty spell, so it's going to be a fairly hefty hit on her energy as well, to be fair. So, drop on death, go strike. Pestilence, here we go, and it's going to take that much off our magic. So, you inflict a terrible sorcerer's wasting disease upon the target of your choice. The victim needs a constitution stamina test, please, Sean. Target number will be 16. Oh, shit.
And there's me looking up my healing spells.
Yeah.
No, doesn't need.
I'll just see if there's any effect if you fail. The victim must be within 10 yards of you and make a constitution stamina test against your spell power. If the test succeeds, there is no effect. Shit.
Bugger.
Now, did we see her cast on Kellen, though?
You saw her cast, but you would have no way of knowing who she was casting at. Actually,
Would
you?
I know?
I'm going to say yes. I think you probably would. I think you would know. So, Master in Hillen next. Oh, wait a minute. She's got a minor action. So, let me just check Lyra's minor actions. And I've lost her because I've got so many characters open here. Okay, I'll just bring her up on the master sheet again. So, that was Apprentice Lyra. There she is.
So that I know for future, if I may, would that... Well, I might not actually know by this, but
Major spells.
I'll ask the question. You may say it and find out in play. When I cast Healing Touch, I can spend an extra 5 magic points to cure a target of a single disease.
Yes. Yeah.
Would this be... Is that like mundane diseases, or does it take in magical diseases?
I need to check, but I'm pretty sure that would work on Pestilence, yes.
Cool.
Which is just as well, because Pestilence, if it succeeds, can be very lethal very quickly.
Yeah.
So,
It's a POT, isn't it?
yeah. So I think she's probably going to use a... let me just check this. That's a major spell, so she's going to open up with a Psychic Contact spell. That's going to cost her another 3 magic points. So let me just try it. Psychic Contact on Kellen again. So Psychic Contact, and that's a pass this time. So she takes another 3 off her magic points. 1, 2, 3.
Is she meant to be whispered?
No, she's not. Not now you know that she's on the other side anyway.
Right.
What effect does that have?
So there should be another 9. There should be 9 off there, and I've not got 9 off there, so that'd be 29. Okay, I just need to check and see if you get a save and throw against that, which I suspect you might. Largely, it just allows her to maintain a psychic contact with you, so she can speak in your head and you can speak at her, which seems an odd thing for her to have done, but there is another use for it that you will only know if you pass an arcane law roll. But give me a willpower self-discipline test first, please. Target number 16. 15, okay. So she's made successful psychic contact with you. You can now give me an arcane discipline test to figure out why she would want to do that other than to talk to you secretly. And
Nice.
you have passed. Psychic attacks can be launched through a psychic connection without having to see the target. So you suspect she's setting you up to be able to get to hide somewhere and then still psychically attack you. you think is probably the thinking there. However, she's run out of actions for this round, so
Yeah.
it is.
Do you get a resistance to that as an opportunity to break it every turn?
I don't think it's every turn. No, I think it's once, but I'll check when it comes around
Okay.
next time. I should probably actually I'll check now because I also need to know how long it lasts. You can establish contact between your mind and that of another person. If you're unable to see the subject, you must be well known to them personally. She's currently able to see you. That's the important bit. It's the casting point. The duration is rest of
1
the
minute.
encounter. Yeah. 1 minute, did you say?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Page 52.
Okay.
Are you both using the same edition?
I might have miscopied that from. Oh no, 1 minute. Yeah, no, it does say 1 minute further down there. So I was reading
In the
the wrong.
absolute interests of
I was
fairness,
reading the wrong spell. That's what I was doing. So that's 1 minute, and it doesn't say anything about being able to. No, but you get a save and throw against the psychic attacks that come through it. So that'll be why. Okay.
That can be extended. The spell's MP cost again to extend its duration for another minute.
Yeah.
It
So
requires a new casting roll if the target is unwilling.
yeah. So an apprentice Lyra, 6 minutes is. Hold on, 4 combat rounds. I think I'm right in saying, or is it 10
What?
seconds per?
What? I don't know if it's 15 or 10 per
It's
combat
10.
round.
It's 10. So that's
6 rounds.
6 rounds. So if I add psychic contact Lyra to Kellen.
there's a lovely mind symbol with a spiral on it.
Yeah. So that's a -1. Oh, get out my way, man. -1. Add that. And it starts at 10. Okay, that's fine. I seem to have a gluey. Stop it! A gluey cursor. It's moving everything.
No.
That's moved all the people.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I've got a gluey cursor. I can't stop it. It's just happening.
Click off somewhere else.
I've tried that a couple of times. It
Click
seems to have
on
worked
someone.
now. Yeah, it seems to have finally stopped. I'd tried clicking in vacant space, and it wasn't as vacant as I thought because it picked you all up and moved you all. Okay, so that's her actions for the round because that's a major and a minor action. So, who is it after her?
Master and Helen.
Master in Hillen next. Oh God. Okay, so Master in Hillen is going to do something, but I haven't a clue what he's going to do. So,
He sits down. He has a long think in the corner about what he wants to do. He's caught
Regrets
in.
his life choices.
He could hold action.
he could hold an
He's-
action. I'm just going to check what his spells are so I can decide.
Procrastination paralysis. He doesn't know what to do.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay, so I think what he's going to do is something that will hopefully break up the fighting without necessarily killing anybody. I think it's probably his thing. So he's going to attempt to cast an ice sheet. You mystically create a slippery layer of frozen water on the ground beneath your opponents. Specifically beneath your opponents. Hold on, then let me read. The ice sheet can be up to 10 yards in diameter, anywhere within 30 yards of you. Anyone in the area entering. Yeah, so it's not opponents. I don't know why they use the term opponents. So he's going to attempt an ice sheet. If this succeeds, it will be.
Bad for the guy on the stairs.
Well, it probably won't hit the stairs, but there we go. Ice sheet. That is a success. So.
What? There's something wrong with that, Brian.
Yeah, it's just not totting things up. That's fine. It
Well,
just
it won't have his focus, but yeah, 15 is what he scored.
15 is what
With
his
4 stun points.
target number was 13. He has 4 stunt points, so I'm going to reduce the cost of this one for him. I'll come back to that. The ice sheet can be up to 10 yards in diameter within 30 yards of you. Okay, so I need to find an ice sheet. 10 yards.
Does that only affect the floor?
Yes.
Yes, it does. So if you're on the ceiling, it's really not going to matter.
I was really worried I was going to drop off the ceiling there.
So, ice sheet. No.
I would think if there was ice on the ceiling, it would just make it more slippery. It wouldn't drop you off as such, but you would have like less friction.
I was
Yeah.
just thinking kind of like a cold shock though, like when it suddenly goes cold and you just can't,
Yeah.
and like you can't help but shiver or something, you know?
British
Yeah.
summertime, you mean?
Yeah, essentially.
Okay, so toasty thaumaturgy doesn't sound like it's going to have what I need, does it?
No, but it does sound delicious.
It really does, yes. So from the web, oh great, look at that, I don't have anything that'll suit.
Could
Okay,
you not just draw a blue box?
I'm going to just have to draw a blue box, yes. So,
If I may suggest,
You can.
you had that frozen river that we crossed. Could you take a section of that and apply it?
no, because it
Just
wasn't a
throw a
single
river
section.
at the room.
Sorry, no, or just like a section of the graphic.
Actually, I might be able to. Just give me a second to pan down. That's from the dwarven. So it'll be near the bottom. Dwarven Mountain set by 2D Storyteller, if anybody's interested. Would it be under weather or features, do you reckon? So ice, there we go. This is animated breaking ice, but it'll serve. I'll just stop the bloody hell. Let me just measure this and then see how much I need to reduce it. Hang on a minute. How big did it say it was?
It said it was 10 in did it say 10 in diameter or 10 in radius?
Diameter.
Diameter. So it's sort of
Bigger than that.
But would it go through the door?
I'm going to say not. I'm also therefore going to tilt this that way on. Cast it, because really what he wants is for nobody to get anywhere near him. He knows who's on what side and why. So it's going to be there, and I need to send it to the back as well. If it'll stop fucking moving.
Slippery.
It's slippery, yes. To back. There we go. So everybody's on the top of it. I'll just double check the size again.
Would that put the fire out?
Yes, I'm going to say it'll put the fire out. That's also still nowhere near big enough.
It needs to be behind the furniture as well.
It can't be. The furniture's on the map there.
Ah, right.
We might be better off with just a.
Oh, hang on. Can you introduce it? Can you introduce transparency to the ice?
To a single.
Yeah, if you can you like lower its opacity?
Yeah, to a single thingy. I don't think I can. I'm not seeing that as an option. No, Add, turn, edit, edit. Oh no, delete, copy, paste, undo, to front, to back, advanced. Group ungroup is drawing. Is drawing? Let's try that. And as a drawing, it doesn't allow me to do that either. So no, I can't. So okay, we're just going to have to use a circle. So I'm going to delete that.
No, I was. The only thing that it was covering were the chairs. My next suggestion would be: could you drop the chairs in again as objects?
Not without
on
it
top of the
taking me
ice.
about 25 minutes, because I'd have to go and upload those.
Oh, I see. Right.
And I'm not prepared to waste that much
No,
time.
no,
doing
no.
it.
That's absolutely fine.
So.
We can say that the chairs are frozen.
Well, yeah. Online.
Well, you won't be able to let them go.
Shit.
I
that's
was,
what I'm not
I was
for.
about to make the exact same joke.
Okay, so
I don't get that one.
we're going to. So it's 1, 2. Oh, for fuck's sake! I wish I hadn't cast this spell. More friggin' trouble than it's worth. Nah. Come on. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and it'll be right up to there. Come on. There we go. Finally.
Yay!
Actually, it's just slightly off a bit. Come here. Come here. Come here, you little fucker. Come here. You will behave. You will do as I tell you. Say this to the cat all the time. Doesn't work on her either. Right. She just looks at me going, oh, no, I fucking won't. Okay, so that'll go to the back, and that was the master. I need to know how much that cost him to cast. So spells. That was ice something sheet, I think I said. Didn't
Ice
I?
sheet,
Ice
yeah.
sheet. Ice sheet. That was a 6-pointer, but
He does still have 4 points of stuns.
He does have.
You did reduce it. You said you were reducing it.
It did. Off the top of your head, without me looking, does anybody know how much it reduces it by, or do I need to
It's
look?
2 for 1, isn't it?
I've got the stunts right in front of me. A skillful casting is a 2-point stunt. It reduces it by 1 point.
Right. Okay. And can you? Is there a plus next to that? Surely you can do it one more.
There is not, because I've asked you that one myself many a time, and you've always said no.
Okie dokie. So that what did I just say it was going to cost him 4? So it's now costing him
6.
6, did I? So it's 5. It's going to cost him now. So it's -5 on that. And with the other 2 stunt points, I'm going to have to open magic stunts anyway. So let me just have a look at those.
With 2, you can make it powerful, or you can make it mighty.
Neither of those are really much use.
What is the consequence on the ground, though? Sheet.
It is, you need, actually I suppose mighty might work. You need to make a roll to avoid falling over if you try moving. So
Is that
if the
dexterity?
spell, yes, it's dexterity. Reduce the
Does the spell actively do damage?
No, doesn't. It makes you fall over.
Then mighty is about extra damage.
Yeah. I know. Let me just have a look. He might have some specialist stunts actually. Let me just check.
Oh, certainly.
Yes,
if
he
he's got
does. He does. So
if he's got specialisms,
he
and
can
what have you.
he can cause a magic shield for 2 points, I think. Yep, normally be 3. Gets it at -1. So he's got
Oh, nice.
a magic shield up around him as well. So I'll just pop that on. Because I think magic shield, am I right in saying that
Plus
only
2
lasts
defense.
till the next round?
Yeah, until the beginning of your next round. Next turn, yes.
Beginning of the next turn. So we add... actually, that one I will remember. It's only going to go 1 round. So let's press on with the next. That's his major action. His minor action is probably going to be to withdraw a bit further. So he's
going to get his ice skates, sure.
his ice skates, yes, he's going to withdraw to here. And we have up next we have Apprentice Saria. Oh dear, I've just cast fucking ice sheet under her as well.
And she's going to feel the cold.
She is really going to feel the cold. She's only wearing a diaphanous thing. Okay, so before she finds out that she's likely to fall over, the first thing she does is yell, "The fuck is going on? Who do I cast at? Who's the enemy?" And then
Well, it's a
she
demon.
looks round and then goes, "Fuck it," and runs to hide under the table. However, we're going to have to see if she just falls flat on her ass, aren't we? So the dexterity. Where is she? Sorry.
I'll tell you what's rather telling is the fact that the master and the mistress didn't retreat together. They retreated
In different
separate
directions.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a bit off.
So dexterity acrobatics test. She's going to need to not fall flat on her face. We'll say face. I always wind up flat on my arse when I fall over on ice. Invariably, no matter which way I was starting to tilt when I went down. Okay, so that's
your reverse cat.
Yeah. So that's a 12, and the spell. Oh God, I've lost the master now. There he is. The spell under magic was Ice Sheet, which is down near the end. I think the target's his thing. So, 30 yards. Anyone in the area. Moving acrobatic test versus your spell power or fall prone. Prone characters can crawl, but standing up requires another test to avoid it falling. She's a surface creating ice thick enough for a person to walk. Blah, blah, blah. Right, fine. So she's down. She's hit the ground quite hard, but not hard enough to actually do herself any damage. Oh, fucking, just give me the little funny fucking faces, man. Right, so I'm gonna have to move her first because it's not letting us
That's fine.
put. There we go. Didn't let me put anything on her until she came out of the circle. I don't know if that was a glitch or what. Right, so she's crawling her way underneath the table just to keep her head down and like, nope, enough's enough. I'm hiding over here. Right,
Reasonable.
exactly. Yeah, Apprentice Gildane is next up. God, right.
He would have seen the demon
He would have seen the demon because he's standing somewhere.
right south of me.
Right south of you. Yep, he's standing there. So let me have a look at what Apprentice Gildane's going to do. Something to keep himself a bit safe, I think. Is probably what he's after. So, Hero's Inspiration, Hero's Courage, Hero's Speed, Healing Touch, Cure.
Ooh, Hero Arcana.
Aye.
First time
Arcane
we've ever seen this
Shield,
one.
Spell Ward, Creature Ward.
Protect me from demons.
Yes. And Undead. Right, I think it's going to go for a Creature Ward if it's not one of these spells that takes a day and a half to cast. Creature Ward, major action. You can ward off supernatural creatures, including demons, elemental spirits, and the undead. So long as you use an active action each round to maintain your concentration, and such creatures must succeed on a willpower, courage, morale test to approach closer than 5 yards. So, I think he's probably going to cast Creature Ward on himself. And that is a pass. Fail. Shit. For fuck's sake. Right, okay, so he's failed with his major action. That's going to cost him 5 magic points. So he's going to run the fuck away.
He's going to slip away.
Yes.
Run away!
He is going to need a dexterity test. He's actually quite dexterous. I don't think he's dexterous enough, though, because the master's casting power is quite high. Holy shit, that's high. Right. Okay, so he's flat on his bum as well. So he's gone down, thunk, and is now crawling for cover. He's going to go and try and hide over by the mistress.
I know a couple of weeks ago I said we were going to Scooby-Doo this. I didn't quite expect it to this degree.
Indeed. Apprentice Magnus.
My arcane device. I can't cast anything without my arcane device.
Jinkies.
Okay, Apprentice
Zoinks.
Magnus, on the other hand, he's going to do something horrible. Probably.
Good. That just confirms him as a target.
Would he
Okay.
not do it for Scooby Snack?
He might not do it for a Scooby Snack. Oh God, he's got so many things he could cast here. Let me start off with a. Actually, he's not going to do anything horrible because he probably wants to stay alive long enough to
Find
make
out
it
what's
worth
going
it.
on.
To find out what the hell is going on. Exactly. So I think we're
Did
going
he
to
see
have.
the demon?
Yes, he must have done.
He came down laughing
He
maniacally,
came down laughing maniacally as the demon was running through the room. So,
like Private Pile.
yeah. So, he's going to cast this. Total 14, target number 15. For the love of God!
So he's just failed a shadow form.
Yes. These mages are the shit. You see the teaching quality in this Mage Academy?
You know that Viz comic, The Crap Sharks?
Yes.
Where's Ofsted when you need them?
Well,
Oh,
quite.
do not invoke their name. We've already got one demon.
Nobody expects.
Okay, so he's just
We
pissed
do actually.
away.
They warn you that they're coming.
They do warn you that they're coming. That's right. So that was a major action. I don't think he's got much he can do as a minor.
Run away.
He's going to run down the stairs and then hide behind them. Is what he's going to do. So, and then run and hide behind the bit that's at the top. Right. So he's using that as cover. The stairwell. Yeah.
And he's on this floor.
He's now on this floor. Yeah. He probably
Right,
should have
okay.
just run up, shouldn't he? Would have been the obvious one.
He still can if you want to take it back.
That's all right. Combat round 2, and it is Kellen to go. The bad guys haven't had no fucking success at doing much of anything, and the good guy, neutral, the other lot.
So the ice is just on the floor.
It's just on the floor.
So as a minor action,
Yep.
Can I climb on top of this?
Yes, you can.
I thought you were going to climb on top of your shield and Legolas through.
Like,
Right, that's a table. So yeah, you jump on top of that. You center a mortar and pestle across the floor. Clatter, clatter, clatter.
right.
Kellen goes sledging.
So if I'm up here,
Yeah.
can I run around effectively past Adrian, then on the floor or across those tabletops, jump off, and then attempt to hit Lyra?
Yes. 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 Yes, you can.
Over there.
Mm-hmm.
I take it it's not going to be a charge attack, is it?
No, because you've had to be quite careful not to go arse over tit on the stuff that's on the second table. There's lots of bottles and stuff. So I'm not going to give it a charge attack because you've had to climb up on something, run along, jump down, and then we'll just call it a standard attack.
Oh, no. No. Standard attack? What are you talking about? Here's the thing. Within the scope of this version of the game,
Yeah.
right, do we have such a thing as... I don't know. No, we'll just go for the attack then. The intention is not to kill.
Right, okay. So if she goes down, we'll say you've overpowered and knocked her out or whatnot instead.
That's the intention, is to use either the flat of the sword or whatever to generate stunts enough to actually knock her prone.
Yeah, no problem. That's a definite hit.
Right? But the idea is not to, I don't know,
Be lethal.
be lethal
No,
as
yeah,
such.
that's fine. Yeah.
Well,
So if you defeat her, she's still alive. She's just unconscious, or in too much.
We've performed one exorcism.
Yeah. I mean, you're not going to bring her down in one hit, I don't think. Yeah, that's quite a lot of damage. So that is down to that on her. Is it not linked that character for some reason? No, it hasn't. Except it absolutely has. So why didn't you change?
the colour.
Ah, right. I see why. There's a slight setup glitch. So I need to change that to health link. There we go. There we go. Okay, so you've banged her and she's kind of like punched her with the hilt of the sword. Bang! Right in the gob, in the hopes that that'll stop her casting spells. She's kind of bleary-eyed for a moment, staggers back a little bit, spits blood out. And that would be your go. So it's Adrian next.
I think we'll try and get Hands of Fate off.
Okay. And that's going to be a pass unless this next thing happens. So let me just have a look. Where is he? Where's he fucked off to? There he is. So I think.
The demon's like 3 rooms away.
Oh, I'm not talking about the demon.
Oh.
Right, so spells. Draw on death, speak of dead, animate dead, arcane awareness, spell wolf, counter spell. There we go. Bosh. That one goes off as well, and it has beaten you. So your spell fades. And he gets 5 points of stun. So I'm going to use that first of all to reduce counter spell.
No, surely he doesn't get to do anything because it's not his go. He's just basically taking down what's happening.
No, it's casting a spell. You would definitely get spell stunts for that. Yeah. So that's going to reduce his costs. Oh, I don't know what the cost is. Spell.
Okay, question then. Question.
Yes, go ahead.
The spell
it's what's the cost of your spell? So
4.
4. So it would normally be 5. He's going to reduce that by 1. So it's going to cost him 4 points to reduce your spell. Go ahead and ask your question.
Hang on. Right. The cost of the counter spell is whatever spell you're countering +1.
That's right. Yeah.
And stunts can therefore reduce the cost of that.
That's correct. Yes.
Okay. Adrian casting the spell passed.
Yes.
Yeah.
So she also gets stunts actually because she's
exactly.
Yes.
Yes.
She got 6 points of stunts in point of fact.
Yeah. So does the counter spell, is what I'm asking, does the counter spell undo the stunts from happening?
No, I don't think it does.
I
don't think it would stop stunts from happening, but it might limit the type of stunts you could pick. Because anything that's dependent upon the effect of the spell wouldn't happen. So
okay. Fast cast.
Fast cast you could definitely do. Yeah. Go for it.
Hands of Fate.
Okay. You're going to try again. So he's going to try and counterspell it again.
Well, no. You've already said he can't. But he can do. You've said that counterspell can be used once per round.
I initially said that, and Sean corrected me. Yeah.
Said the free actions are free actions if you've got free action.
Okay then. So it can be used just as many times as possible. Okay, fine.
It would appear so. So you make your roll.
Yep.
And at least you're burning through his spell points.
Oh yeah. And
so he's going to, and yours, I suppose.
Is a valid strategy. To be fair, there are a lot of mages.
That's failed though. That's failed. So spend an additional 2 for a re-roll.
Yeah. Oh, of course. Yes. Go ahead.
Yep.
That's passed. Okay, so you've succeeded. He's going to have to try and counterspell it. I'm going to have to find his character sheet again.
Does he have to?
Master.
If he's going to counterspell, does he have to do it against only spells that have passed?
Yes.
Right.
5. So he's lost 5 magic points, whatever happens, hasn't he? And I have to counter. Spell will be listed down here. This is the fun of magical dueling. Total 19. So you recast it, and he counter spells it again. So you two are just chucking spells backwards and forwards at the moment. But yeah. So
with the hang on.
Oh,
hang
he's stunned it again.
Whoa,
I'm not.
whoa.
Yeah, go on.
This is against the spell power.
Target spell casting test result. Oh, hang on. Spell casting test result. So what is
test result?
So yes, he still
17.
managed to beat you.
So it's not against the spell power.
No, it's against.
I could have sworn the first one you did was asking for spell power, and I said she doesn't have the staff at the moment.
I probably did draw it against that the last time, but reading it, it should be against your roll rather than your spell
if it's against the roll, then right, okay.
It
in
literally
which
tells
case,
you in the thing that's popped up: target spellcasting test result.
Right, fair enough. In which case, I'll use the remaining 2 points of stunts just to make it a skillful casting to reduce the cost by 1.
Yes.
So, Grand total in terms of spending.
Yep.
I've spent 4 for the first one. The fast cast was that still counts as 4 because you still have to pay for it, even though it's a fast cast. It's the opportunity you get. It isn't like a free cast. Okay, so that's 8. Then it failed, so I went with a reroll for 2.
Yeah.
That's 10 magic points, and making one of them somewhere in there from the original stunt pool that I got.
Yes.
A skillful cast brings it down to 9.
Right. Okay. Good. Okay, so everybody's burning off a lot of spell points for no effect on both sides here at the moment. So
Now the question is Adrian aware of who's countering her?
yes, definitely.
Marvelous.
You're facing each other and you're only 2 meters away.
Yep. Okay.
So as you're trying to cast a spell, you see him reach out towards you and cast another spell. Takes her
Right.
by surprise a little bit. So she tries it again and he does the same thing again. There's no doubt in her mind it's the master that's foiling her.
Lovely. Okay. For her minor action, then.
Yeah.
Walking round the back of Lyra and trying to break line of sight with Master and Helen.
Right, okay, yes, go ahead and do that. So you move round to behind Lyra in an attempt to break up. I'm not sure you did there. Let me just take a look. Yeah, you can still see each other quite clearly from there. But I say it quite
There,
clearly.
then.
Yeah, that would do it. I was going to say I say it quite clearly, but there are 2 people in front of you that would make targeting you directly a little trickier. So it is the butler demon to go next.
Quick question.
Yeah,
Quick
go
question.
ahead.
Does Master and Helen have Hands of Fate?
You don't know.
Well,
Okay.
why are you asking the question?
Yeah.
Because there's a -2 penalty implied on his roll.
Oh.
Uh,
If you don't have the spell, it's -2.
If you cannot cast a spell your foe
Yes,
is
sorry.
casting, you have a -2 penalty on your casting.
that's a very good point. So
If you
it
win
is
the
worth
test,
me
your
checking
foe's
that.
casting roll is considered to have failed.
Because your last one was neck and neck. So
Mhm.
let me just have a look. Master and Helen. Hands of Fate. One of these guys does, but can't remember who. Don't think it's him. No. He doesn't, so he's failed. He failed to counterspell your second attempt. So
That 21 that Adrian cast as Hands of Fate with the 6 stump points worked.
yeah, I'm
Oh,
not
God, right,
retconning
oh.
that far back. Yeah.
So what will you allow in terms of that then? Do we just have the pool? Do we have a 7-point Hands of Fate pool?
Do you have the
what did
5?
What did you get this? 6 points, yeah.
No, 6 plus 1 because it's Hands of Fate.
Yeah, but you rolled 5, so it becomes... Oh, no. I'm looking at my roll result, not yours. So it was your second casting just now, and that was a...
No, Sean said it was the first casting.
Yeah, and I've just said I'm not retconning that far back.
Okay. So sorry, it's confusing.
Yeah, that's why we should really have one Games Master. But I wouldn't have spotted that if Sean hadn't pointed out the mistake. So it kind of needed to. But because the first mistake was sort of like quite a while back and we've carried on as if it was... I don't know, actually. Has anything changed as a consequence of...
No.
Yeah, it has. There's been a shitload of magic points spent. Also, it has just occurred to me, it does have a lair bonus. So
Right. Okay. Yeah. That if that's the case, then you could say that it does actually go the way it went.
yeah, I'm going to say it has gone the way it went, but I'm going to say can't activate the... that was a different round. No, fuck it. Your second Hands of Fate this round has succeeded.
Okay, thank you.
Right, yeah, so you've got... hold on a second. Have a message in front of me. Okay, so add however many points you've got to your... Oh, you just did. Right, okay.
Yep. Another important point. I can't see as Gora in the stairwell. Everything's completely dark.
Okay, let me just take a look at what. Okay, you should be able to see. I've just switched to your view and I can see as you.
Right. Do you want me to log out and back in again?
Try moving Gora out of the room and back in. See if that
Oh.
fixes it.
Just moving within the room fixed it. In fact.
See, I only know that because Louise told me that happened to her a couple of weeks ago.
Right.
Sorry, there. Apologies, Louise.
Yeah. That's okay.
I'll get it right yet. I swear to Christ. Okay, so that's where we at. The butler did it, right? The butler hasn't done it yet. The butler to go next. And I think the butler's going to need... Currently, you would have a demon hiding in a bedroom, holding a door shut against an aggressive orc and shaking in his boots. I think he needs to try and do something to turn the tables in his favour again. Sure.
Would you need
You coward!
would you need some sort of morale test?
No, I don't think he needs a morale test.
Okay.
I am going to have a crack with shadow form again. And total 17. Target number 15. Thank the Lord. Or in his case, the opposite of the Lord, is managed to cast a shadow form spell. So I just need to check how long that's going to last and what I'm going to use the 5 stun points for. So magic shadow form. He appears, well, you don't see this, but he appears to disappear into his own shadow for the remainder of the encounter. He has the shadow special quality. Brilliant. Which means he begins to regenerate in shadow and it's harder to harm him and see him. So that's nice, isn't it?
We have encountered this before at the monastery, haven't we?
You did. I'm sure
Mark
you did.
hasn't.
Oh no, Mark
God,
hasn't.
no, because
you weren't at the monastery.
that was Nicholas.
Yeah.
Yes, of course. I say you weren't. You were at the monastery, but not as this character.
However, Gora was there.
Gora was there, but can't currently
Gora's-
see this happening. But you'll
and,
probably
and,
figure
and
it out.
Gora's with you, so...
Yeah.
Well, just in preparation for in the event that we do see it.
Yeah. I'm sure you're going to see it at some point. He can't hide behind a door forever. So now I need to make a mark that will tell me he's in shadow form. I'm going to use a ninja mask. There we go. Which I think is the decision we made the last time as well, if I'm entirely honest. So it is the master who is definitely here somewhere.
Looks like a very sneaky egg.
It's not the master, is it? It's the butler. It does look like a very sneaky egg, yeah. It's not the master, it's the butler. Get out of the way. Butler, demonic butler. That was I'm pretty sure shadow form's got to be a major spell. It is, so a minor action. I think all he's got there. Can't use a heal on yourself, so he's just going to have to move, isn't he? And he doesn't even have access to the secret passage from here, does he? Bugger.
The what?
Lol.
The secret passage that you guys came in, it's on the different level, isn't
Oh,
it?
right. Yeah. Yeah, it is.
So,
He literally locked himself in a room.
he's literally
with no
locked himself in a
exits.
room. You can hear what sounds like a table being slid over the door. Okay, so Mark, it's you to go.
Well, I'm going to continue to keep trying to hammer this door down.
Okie
Do I
dokie.
get any sort of bonus for screaming obscenities?
I'd love to say yes to that, but I'm struggling to, so I'm going to have to say no, I'm afraid.
You can intimidate the door. There's a game where orcs get to intimidate locks.
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
No, that's a failure, actually.
Oh.
But it's so close, so you hit the door and it begins to splinter. Because
Get
it's
out
so
of here and face me!
Right,
because it's so
remember-
close, I'm actually going to say that it loses 1 on its resistance. So in
Okay.
future, a 12 will pass.
Okay.
Because I'm going to say you've done a here's Johnny.
Here's Mog.
Would I be right in thinking if Mog used her axe and it failed in this way, then the Adrian's seer ability would kick in and allow for a reroll?
Oh, now that's an interesting question, because I did say earlier there was no mechanical difference, but when you've got that kind of spell up and running, there would be, wouldn't there? So,
Yes.
yes. If she uses her axe and it fails, she'll get a reroll. Yes. Okay, so you have smashed the door in. Sorry, you haven't smashed the door in, but
No,
it's started
yeah,
to
no.
splinter a bit.
All demons and no play make Mog go crazy.
Gora, you to go next.
I can't see Magnus right now, yeah?
He is in heavy cover from where you are. Actually, no, you wouldn't be able to see him at all because the wall of the
It's
circular.
behind the.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right, Sean. Yeah.
Okay.
So no, you can't see him from there. You would need to move.
Am I aware of what's gone on in the room behind us?
It's a chill.
You're
on
aware
back
of the
your neck.
chill. You can see the ice floor. You're aware there are spells going off and lots of extremely strong words being said. But beyond
I'm-
that,
That's just next
So-
to you.
So Gora has no awareness of what Lyra's done.
now I'm not sure. I'm just going to check your line of vision. No, you haven't.
Okay.
You've no
Right,
idea of
fine.
what Lyra's done. You've no idea of what the Master's done. You're aware that Apprentice Gildane and the Mistress seem to be trying to withdraw from the fight and start to melt into a corner. You
Right.
know that Saria's scurried away under a table because I think she did that before you exited the room.
After.
But that's what well, it was
It was-
after. In
it
that
was
case, you
after, yeah.
don't know she scurried away under a table. But you did hear her shouting, "What the hell is going on? Who do I fire at?"
So what I saw from Magnus was that he came down the stairs and then ran behind them.
No, you saw that he attempted to cast a spell, failed, then ran behind them.
Right. Okay. Seeing my
It
very
doesn't
good friend
seem so
Mog,
clever now.
who knows what he might be trying to cast on himself behind there. Seeing my very good friend Mog having difficulty with this door, another door, because earlier in the adventure I had to come and bray a door open for her.
So you did.
Yeah. What effect might my Aquabus have on said door?
A fairly profound one, I would think.
Good. That was my way of thinking.
Add a bit of lead or something to it, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't just thinking of hitting it, because my strength, as Gora has found out, in terms of intimidation, is literally nil. So she now knows that.
One of the
Sorry,
weakest
just
dwarves
occasionally
around. However,
shooting at the door and then the recoil sending you flying down the stairs.
I think
I am adept with my
yeah,
Aquabus.
I was going to say I think Gora's
I'm
skilled
not. I'm
enough.
not a 40k comedy orc.
Yes.
Goblin.
So
Comedy orc, no, that's my job.
you could try it. Mog's a bit in the way at the moment, but since you're pretty close, I'm going to say there's no risk to Mog.
Good.
Shoot
Thank
the door
you.
handle off. Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
I would
I'm-
imagine, yeah, exactly. I'd imagine you can
That
more
is
or
what
less,
I'm-
because you can attack over a square. I could see you would more or less have the barrel past Mog's arm, almost up against the door itself when you fire.
I'm pretty much certain I'm going to do this. However, are the screws visible on the hinges of the door?
Yes, they are. Yeah.
And how long?
I actually know the answer because having made the map, I know that door token, so I know which side they're on. And yes, they're on your side.
So, how long would it take just to do to this door what we did to the one on the barn where the wagon was?
Just unscrew it and take it down.
Yeah.
I would say it's probably going to take 2 major actions to do that because you'd need to take 6 screws out. 3 on the top hinge, 3 on the bottom.
And how long is it going to take me just to blow the bloody doors off with my
It
Aquabus?
depends on the damage you roll. If you get a good damage roll, what's the damage on an Aquabus?
That would be 2d6 plus 3 plus 3.
All right, okay. So, on a good damage roll, you could conceivably blow the door open in one shot. On a poor
That's true.
damage roll, what you're going to do is cause a lot of little holes.
Then we can peek through at the demon and call it names.
And if you can peek through, I suppose there's an argument you might be able to cast at them.
Oh, that's a point. Okay,
Oh,
taking
shit.
aim.
That's a good hit. So boom. Your arquebus
So-
goes off.
You didn't miss a door at 4 paces.
It didn't miss a door at 4 paces. There is a resounding ringing in your ears, and the door's gone in. Poof. So I'm just going to click on Mog and use the open door, although technically it's not opened as such, it's more kind of blown apart. What's
Like
happened is
Napoleon.
you've shot the lock and handle off completely, which has just caused the door to swing open. The demon looks up from where it's like dragging the
Hello.
table
Knock.
towards the door and looks a bit startled and slightly worried.
Now I aimed. That's therefore my minor action.
Minor
Is that
action.
correct?
Yeah. Did you need to
Lovely.
aim for that? Or you accounted for it in your action, so yeah, you have
I
to
did.
incorporate
I
it.
literally said taking aim as I used that
Yes,
feature.
Of course you did. Yeah, good point. Okay, so it is Mistress Enhalia next, and I still don't know if she's figured out which side she's on yet. So I think we're going to have. Somebody's attacked one. Is that one of her?
One of her doors, yes.
No. Well, yes, it's one of her doors. She's not worried about the door. She's worried about her apprentice.
Don't worry.
So Lyra is in Hillen's apprentice. So as far as the mistress is concerned, fuck her.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
We're learning so much about these people. What a dysfunctional family.
Or like a boomer meme come to life.
Okay, so she's successfully cast a displacement spell on herself, so she begins to shimmer. It's now very difficult to tell exactly where she's standing. She's also scored 3 stun points, so she is going. Will this fucking screen stop turning itself off? Sorry.
I had a power cut yesterday.
Yeah, most of Stanley did. It happened like north of me and south of me, but it didn't happen to us, which is
It was like for a few seconds, and it dropped the internet connection, and then everything
right.
came back on.
yeah. In the northern part of Stanley, it took half the town out. It took right away up to New Kaya and Anfield Plain. They were out for a couple of hours.
So what was Ben doing at Pact yesterday?
Ben mostly lives at Pack these days. If he doesn't.
No,
like
that's
to go
what I said.
home
It's his fault.
Yeah. So, God, what spell should I just cast? A distortion. wasn't it?
Displacement.
Displacement, not distortion.
Just going to put this here and that there.
Displacement. So that's cost her 2 magic points. That increases her defense by. Oh, that's interesting. That's going to make life awkward. Okay, so that's increased her defense by 2 for hand-to-hand attacks and 5 for ranged attacks. So I'm going to need to put those on as markers, I think. I'm going to use 2 stun points to reduce the casting cost by 1. So that's the 2 instead of 3, and that leaves me with 1 stunned point. I'm not sure there's much I can do as a mage with 1 stunned point. I'm realising now how infrequently I run mages.
Yes, indeed.
Because I'm not as familiar with mages as I am with the hand-to-hand stuff at all.
The only other times I can think of offhand would be
The monastery.
the monastery. The ones I was thinking of were the signal tower at a distant point.
Did they have a... Oh, yes. Yeah,
That was a bit magey on both sides.
Yeah.
And for the blood is the life.
Yes, yeah. I'm just going to reduce the casting cost by that by 1. I am now going to have to attach one of those with a. Why are you still bleeding?
Why is she bleeding in the first place?
I have no idea, but that was a lot of blood for somebody who hasn't just been injured.
I can't see anybody bleeding.
Maybe our head just did that.
Maybe, yeah.
There you go.
And that one...
Maybe she only displaced her
Whoa,
skin.
what's happening now? What's it fucking doing?
Well, she just bled green.
Yeah, she's just like erupted in green stuff, and I've no idea why.
And the Romulan traitor.
What one of the APIs has obviously done that, and I've no idea which one. So I don't
Instead
know
of
what.
displacement, did you cast transmogrify and she's becoming an orc?
So that's her displacement spell cast. So that's Mistress in Halia, cast displacement. What's her minor action going to be? I think she's kind of. Jesus, some of her spells cost literally hours to cast. Major. Yeah, no spells she can do. So she's kind of stuck. If she tries to move, she's liable to go flying on that ice. So she's going to hunker down behind that thing and try and stay safe. So Apprentice Lyra, who's just been gubbed in the face by Kellen, is going to try and do something about that. She's not happy about being punched in the snoot. So, I think... well, Pestilence didn't go so well last time, did it? So, I think she realises that you're going to be too tough a target for that one. So, she's going to see if your willpower self-discipline's up to... So, that's a pass on her... oh shit, sorry, that's psychic contact. I meant to cast psychic attack. She's already in contact with you.
She's going to cast a psychic attack.
Yeah, so cast spell. That is a pass. So you get a willpower self-discipline test against that one. And it's against her spell power, so that's a fail.
Hands of Fate.
Yes, you can use a Hands of Fate, burn a point, and let Kellen re-roll.
No, it doesn't work like that.
No, doesn't work for saves.
Oh no, sorry, no, it doesn't. It doesn't work
You
the
have
way
to
I just
add
described.
the,
You
add the
add them.
points.
You add the points, so you would have to add. There's no point in doing it. You only have 3 in the pool, don't you?
Yeah, which would make it 3, which would make it equal, which would beat it.
Except her spell power is 16, not 15.
Yeah, so
Is
13 plus 3.
I'm looking at 12 because I'm looking at the wrong one. That's why. Yes, yeah, you'd have to use all 3 points.
Okay. Sean, are you happy with that?
That's fine by me.
Okay.
No.
Okay, so that's a pass. Then you've managed to fend off the psychic attack, and it would be that's a major action. So she has a minor action left. Doesn't fancy being gubbed in the snoot again. So looking for somewhere to run, and I think probably this way. Yep. So 1, 2, and we're going to need a roll. And let's have a look. Character, communicate dexterity. There we go. And she's gone down as well. So she tries to run away, hits the ice, feet go out from under her, slams down on her back. Dumph.
Ow.
Yeah.
She made the choice to run straight onto the ice.
Yeah.
So not only are they really bad mages, they're just not very bright in general.
Well, you don't know, I mean, which other direction she could go in, only towards the master. Does the fact she didn't choose to head towards the master tell you something? Or
I'd rather fall flat on my ass than go towards the master.
It's a question, it's a question, isn't it? So it's the master to go next, actually, as it happens.
I do have a quick question before
Yeah,
you do
go ahead.
that. How long is a round?
10 seconds.
So psychic contact would be on 5 then.
Psychic contact was a minute, so it was
6.
It was 6, so it should be on 5 now. Yeah.
But you've got it on 9.
Right. Okay, we can fix that. So there we go. Yeah. Let me have a look. So Master in Hillen to go next. I think somebody's going to have to do something to start turning the tide here a bit. Your side's not exactly kicking the hell out of them, but they're not exactly doing anything useful themselves. Do you know what I mean? Okay, this is an interesting spell, and I think... Does he need to see you to do it, or is it just everybody who isn't on your side? Let me take a look at this. Oh, shit. Okay, there's the master. So, drop on speak with just one of the specials from down here, which is... What the hell is it? Ah, there it is. So, all enemies within 12 yards of you, causing shooting pain plus damage. That doesn't say anything about line of sight. It just says all oh god, that's going to be complicated. Who's an actual enemy? Who's a neutral?
Yeah. We've taken no action against him.
No, but it's who he sees as an enemy.
Ah.
He's not liked you since you got here, so you guys are definitely enemies, as far as he's concerned. What I'm trying to work out is which of the other mages from the tower might he consider an enemy. That might become irrelevant if... Oh, Christ, okay.
What I'm thinking here, and please do correct me if I'm wrong, is that the reason that you don't have this clear in your own mind is because you didn't think we'd be interacting with them that long and we'd be in the dungeon.
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought I had another couple of weeks to figure out the different factional politics.
Yep.
And then you doubled back on yourself and threw me off a little bit. But it was always complicated because there are so many... I keep saying factions, but it's not really as simple as that. There's so many interactions between them about who hates who and why. So I don't think he would see anybody else that's in his range as an enemy, just Kellen and Adrienne. So if he casts this, it's only going to affect 2 people, and it's a hefty cast.
So you're going purely with line of sight rather than absolute range?
I think so, because you're also through walls as well, which I think, if you can't see you and there's thick walls in the way, I think it's pushing it a bit to say that the spell would affect you as well.
Because the thing is, if you say that it can go through walls, then it can also go through floors and ceilings.
That's a very good point, and that would just make it insanely complicated. So
Exactly.
let's stick with the guys he knows are there. So I am going to have him move slightly so that he can see Adrienne. So if he goes there, will that do the trick? Oh, now he can't see anybody. So the same thing's happened to him as happened to you earlier, only that's not fixing it for me. So let me just see if there's a setting issue.
Well, I can see the edge of his green.
Yeah. Okay.
As it were. So
yeah.
I don't. Yeah, if you're counting Adrienne as occupying all of that space of the green circle, then he probably knows she's there.
Okay, so he knows Adrienne and Kellen are there, so he is going to open up with this spell. It is a hefty punch, but he does have a lot of mana, so it's probably worth it. Actually, there's one other would be more worth it if he has it. Which he doesn't, so it's going to have to be a spell you will definitely never have encountered before. Because I don't think you own the book this one's from. So, he's going to... Let's see if he casts it, first of all, because it's a difficult cast as well. Although he is very good at this. Ah, for fuck's sake. He's very good at
roll.
this.
That was actually quite a low roll for him. On average, he should make that spell.
On average, you should be able to. But, as we can see, today is not his day. I'm just going to check his magical items and see if there's anything at all that might boost him up to cast it. No,
he has
spell power.
He has magical items.
Yes, he's holding on to some magical items for you for later.
Come here.
Right, so a mage staff doesn't appear to give him any bonus to cast. I'm sure
NPC pinata.
I'm sure a mage's staff... Correct me if I'm wrong, a mage staff...
+2 spell power.
Just spell power, not a bonus to cast.
No, not unless you've made an alteration to it. And
Nope,
it's
a bog
right.
standard mage staff. Okay, so
It's got a mage font in one end.
yeah, I know about all of that. It's just
Okay.
I wondered if it gave him a bonus to cast, and then I
No.
looked and it doesn't say it, so I thought I would check because you've been using one for a year and a half. So
We
he's
have
failed
indeed.
to cast the spell. I'm just going to check and see if he's got any powers that would do anything about that.
He did mention that he had deeper magics.
Yes. And I was going to say you've just seen one, but you haven't because he's shit. Okay, so his next move is going to be to back off still further
Very wise.
because his spells failed. So there's a lot of bad casts on their part. So it's Apprentice Saria to go again. She's still hiding under a table, peeking out from behind the chair legs, going like, "What's going on?"
Also very wise.
Yeah. She's
Probably
going
the
to
best
take
course
only.
of action, to be honest.
Yeah, I think it probably is. She's going to take a defensive action if she's got anything else defensive to cast. So, she could also use a displacement. So she will. And that's a pass. So, displacement. Let me just double check the cost. Displacement, 3 points. So that's 3 points off her. Oh shit, I took it off her health. 3, right you are. So, and we know from previous experience that some of these things have funny effects. So if I use a blue and an amber. Blue 2. So just like her mistress, she is now shimmering, so it's difficult to tell exactly where she's standing.
I would doubt we could see her anyway under the table with all the chairs.
Yeah, well, she's not taking any fucking chances. Okay, Apprentice Gildane. God's sake. I gave him his name. I still can't pronounce it. Apprentice Gildane. I once
Suddenly in campaign 2, everyone's called Bob,
Yeah.
Bill,
I once
Fred.
mispronounced Akanath. I've just done it again. I once mispronounced Ekanath's name at the vets because they got it right for the first time ever, and I automatically corrected them.
Eddie Lamar.
I was
yes,
like, no,
Headley.
sorry, you're absolutely right. I've just tried to correct you to the mistake you usually make, but didn't today.
Blazing Saddles, Headley Lamar.
Yeah.
Heady,
Yeah.
Headley.
Heroes Inspiration, Heroes Courage, Healing Touch, Cure, Arcane Shield,
Stand up.
Standoff, Spell Ward.
Poor Dagon from Critical Role that gets called Dagon about 300 million times.
Yes.
Does that make him an elder demon or something?
Yeah,
the elder god. There
yes,
you
one
go.
of the elder thingies. Yes, token vision. Let me just see who he can see before I decide who he shoots.
There's Mehrunes Dagon from Elder Scrolls.
Yes, yeah.
Dagon's back.
Why is that not? Oh, right, because I'm going to have to move him and move him back because I've changed the setting. Now will you see? No. I can't see. I can't see what I can see. I'm having a little bit right, because the token vision hasn't gone on. I mustn't have clicked saved. That would probably explain it. Way, now I can see what I can see. Right, I know what I'm going to do. Okay, so Gildane is going to open fire with a arcane blast. 20 and 4 stunt points. So he's going to use the 4 stunt points to do some extra damage. Gora, you have taken...
Oof! Is Arcane blasting me?
Yep. And he's
Well,
good
no.
at this as well. So that's 14 base damage, but he did spend his stunt points on an extra 4. Sorry, an extra dice. So that's 16... How is it? 40... Oh, maximum damage. Yeah. Okay, so 16 points of unexpected Mage Blast damage from Gildane. It's just straight up behind you and slams you almost in the back. You probably can't see this, but the only person that looks more shocked than you is the mistress who's standing right next to him, who didn't see that coming.
How many points total did you say? 16?
16 points of damage. Yeah, and that was Gildane's first action. His second one is going to be to crawl away.
Very wise.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can now, in the distance, you can hear a bit of an argument between Gildane and Saria. Gildane's like, get out of the way, and Saria's like, fuck you, find your own hiding place. It is Apprentice Magnus to go next, and I really desperately need to go to the bathroom.
Then go.
I will just do Magnus first. And actually, I'm going to have to make a bit of a decision there, so I am not going to do Magnus first. I've dashed to the bathroom. I'll be back really quickly. Do you guys want your vocals left open to the stream, or do you want me to mute you while I go to the loo?
No, I think people might be interested in hearing our plans, unless the other players want to head off and do something else.
Right, I will leave you open to the stream, then I'll be back in a minute.
Sorry if you hear me chomping. I've got some dark chocolate arrow.
There you go. That's what we're talking about. That ticks the boxes.
Practitioners of the dark arts.
I don't understand why certain people are doing certain things within this dynamic here.
I don't think they understand, to be fair. I feel like there's a lot of panic going on.
Well, demon came through the door. I mean, I don't know why what's-her-name's attacked me.
Lyra is possessed.
Yeah, Lyra's
the Ouija board told us that, and the Ouija board also said, and others as well. So that's most likely Gildane. They've both seen us go against the demon. They're on the side of the demon. The mistress was surprised that Gildane just mage blasted me. So there's the faction, if you want to call it that. They're on the side of the demon.
Right. Just a thing. Right. I don't know if Brian actually knows, but my constitution and willpower are both 4 a pop, and I have stamina and self-discipline. So I get like a +6 to those rolls for defense.
Lol.
in those situations. So yeah.
Tanky McTankface.
Yeah, I'm almost I'm not quite as good as I'm Gargath, the
right, sorry about that. This is why my nickname at college was Slack Bladder. Okay. It genuinely was, because I went to college with some horrible people.
He sounds like it.
do you ride a coal black steed though?
I do. I say horrible people. That was my best friend actually came up with that one.
That wasn't your friend.
Nah, Jams is fine. He was once described to me by somebody that didn't realise I knew him as the rudest man I've ever met. At which point I just doubled over laughing, and Marie went, "Yeah, that's his best friend." The guy was like, "I'm really sorry. Don't tell him he's me boss."
Hey, is he not the guy who used to start trolling then?
That's him, yeah. We'd go on nights out and he'd pick the most dangerous looking group of guys, give them a load of abuse and then hide behind me and the other Brian. Luckily, we were both very, very good at talking things down, so, but yeah. Okay, so Apprentice Magnus is up next. He's going to have to come out from hiding, I think, at this point, isn't he? He's still hiding from everyone. So he failed his last cast. He was attempting shadow form, wasn't he? And he failed it. So.
Oh, it must be said. You mentioned at the top of the game, clerics plural. If there are any clerics and they've failed casting, then it would be test of faith.
Yeah, it would. I mean, technically they're not, because they're things like soulbound and warlocks, but there is a significant overlap, I would say. Okay, so cloud of sorcerer develops a target. Change the target must be within 20 meters. The target takes on these damage called each additional round. Start of your turn, blah blah blah. Okay, that's an option. This is also an option. You fire a shower of razor-sharp icicles at your foes. Foes, plural. These ice knives manifest in an arc from the caster, 5 yards long and 2 yards wide. Any creature... Yep, that's what he's casting. He's going to have to move to do it, though, which means he's going to have to reveal himself a little bit as well. So he's going to have to come out from behind the cover. Over here... Oops. Over here. Turn around. Come on, there's a good one. And he is going to ice blast you guys. So this, if it works, he'll hit Gora and Mog. If it works. So let's have a look. He is casting... That's Master... The thing I've just opened. So many mages. Okay, Ice Knife... was it Ice Knives or Frost Weapons? Ice Knives.
It sounded like ice knives from what you described.
Yeah, okay. So, total 12, target number 11. Fuck me, one of these mages has successfully cast a spell.
Oh no!
Hold on a second, guys. I'll be back in a minute. I just need to sit down to get me...
It's okay. It's only going to do like 2 damage.
I've just had a shock here. The ice knives manifest an arc from the caster, 5 yards long, 2 yards wide. Any creature in the area must make a dexterity acrobatics test against the caster's spell power of 14.
Okay.
So Mog's passed.
With stunts.
With stunts, but you don't actually get stunts because it's a reaction to an attack. And Gora has marginally missed, unless... Oh no, you spent all the fate points, didn't you?
Did, yes.
Ah, right, okay, so...
I beat his roll, but not his spell power.
That's right, yeah. No, it's the spell power on this one.
Okay.
So, you take 1d6 plus willpower damage. So, his willpower damage... let me just have a look. His willpower's 2, so if I just write in... Oh dear, what have I done? Help me, something horrible's happened. Fuck it, I'll fix it in a minute. I'll just do this the old-fashioned way. Add 2 to this. 5 damage.
5 damage it is.
From extreme cold, I should probably check if that's penetrating or not. I think it is because...
I'm not wearing any armour anywhere.
Oh, well, it's not going to make any difference then, is it? Okay, so that's 5 points of damage to you. Mog, you only take 2 points of damage because you only take the willpower damage, not the dice damage.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's his action because he had to move into position to do that to you. So it's combat round 3 beginning, and it is Kellen of Highgate to act. Who would you like to punch in the snoot now?
Well, Lyra's on the floor.
Yep.
And if I'm at the edge of the ice,
Yep.
just there, I can still reach her.
Yes, you can. Yeah.
Well, still going to hit her.
Right, you are. Go ahead and make an attack, and I'll try and find Lyra in this mess of things. So your target number is 12. That's 15. That's a hit.
Yeah, we'll be +1 anyway.
Yeah.
Because she's on the floor.
Yeah.
So, gonna...
Ouch. 14. No armor. So she's very badly hurt, or very badly depleted in her ability to continue. Let's put it that way.
More wear than tear, as it
Yeah.
were.
And
The
that
other thing,
hasn't
the
gone
other
with
thing about it, if she's in psychic contact with me,
Yeah.
and I'm in psychic contact with her,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Is this a two-way channel?
Yes, I think so.
And I know there are no actions within the scope of
What?
this,
That's
but
still showing green. Sorry, go ahead. I'm just wondering why she's still showing green when she's only got 6 hit points left.
it just seems to me that you've got this large man bearing down on you who's appeared to be immune to everything you've attempted to do to him.
Good point. So her reaction is to yell, "Help! Help! I'm being oppressed."
Bloody peasant.
It's that would be kind of scary. Guy in armor.
Play about with this. See what happens. Okay.
And I'm only using the flat of my sword and the hilt of it to hit her.
Okay. Could somebody just temporarily injure themselves and then put it back on? Because I think the API stopped running.
Okay, I'll take me down to 1 hit point.
Yeah. See what happens. No, it's working for you. It's just not
That
working.
went red.
It worked for me.
Yep.
Okay, for some reason it's not working on Lyra. I don't know why, but never mind. Because she should definitely not still be green.
There's not 2 of her on the level, is there?
Nope.
I like that you had to check.
Yes, I did. It's happened before. Never mind. It doesn't matter. We know that she should be green. Actually, I know what might have... No, because she's definitely...
She should be red, you mean?
She should probably be red by now, yeah.
She's only on 6 hit points, I would have thought so.
Yeah. I'm just going to check that... Yep, everything's as it should be, so I don't know why it's not changed her off of green, but never mind. So, Kellen, you have hit Lyra. She's quite badly injured and looking like she's considering knocking this whole fighting thing on the head. That was... Oh, you had to move as well, didn't you? So that's your 2 actions. So it's Adrienne next.
Hands of Fate.
Okay, go for it. And I don't think there's anybody can see you to stop you now.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a pass with 4 points in a fate.
4, yep.
Okay. So, Fate responds, having not been cock-blocked by the bad guy this time.
Bad guy. Well, by the master.
Yeah, by the master.
He's called the master, so obviously he's a bad guy.
Well, quite. Yeah. That was your major action. Do you have a minor action you'd like to do?
Honestly, no. I think we're in a good defensive position here as far as it goes, so there's no point in moving.
Yeah, I think...
Can't cast anything as a minor. That specializations, the seer talents.
Yes.
Can those just be used multiple times on multiple people for multiple types of roles?
You spend the 5 points.
Yeah. It could be. I mean, you're going to run out of magic points fairly quickly doing it, but I don't see why not.
Well, it's just a matter of, can it be done?
Oh, that's what I'm saying. I can't see why not.
Yeah.
If you've got the magic points for it, I would say yes.
Should it be done is another matter.
Oh, well, quite, yeah.
Okay, in which case, Kellen, you're not likely to miss anything, are you?
It's not very likely.
No.
It did happen last week, though, to be fair.
Okay, would Adrienne be aware of the state that Gora is in round the corner?
No.
I don't think so. No, she wouldn't. So, in which case, she's not going to take a minor action.
Yeah. Okay.
But you could always go into a defensive posture.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
So, do you mean like stand firm?
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that would work.
Stand firm.
Okay, so it is the butler demon next. And the butler demon, you guys are kicking in his door. So he's going to have to do something horrible to you, isn't he? Let's see what he can do. Does he have any of those
he
horrific
could
blood
just,
magic spells?
pay his rent on time and nobody would kick his door down.
Okay.
Just saying.
No, there's no rent for him on the material plane. He's going to be evicted.
I think we're going to have to try a 10-point spell.
That sounds painful.
Target number of 12. Oh, it's painful, and you'll recognise it if it goes off because it's happened to you before.
Target number
no.
12. That's...
Shadow tendrils.
Shadow tendrils, yes. So it's going
Our old enemy.
Yes, your old enemy, indeed. He is going to reduce the cost a little bit because it's fucking expensive to cast. So that is 9 he's spent instead. Let me just reduce his magic points by 9. That takes him down to 15 points. Yeah, he's running out of them pretty damn quick, isn't he? And I need another 3 points worth of spell stunts. So let's just have a look at the spell stunts and see what else he might like to do.
Lasting spell to make the tendrils last twice the length of time.
Don't give him ideas.
Whose side are you on?
The side of fairness and narrative.
Yeah, good point. I think.
Nothing much. That's very fair.
I think.
Victory is more sweet.
Yeah. Oh, does he get a? No, he doesn't. That's a fate. Okay. I would have preferred a fast casting, but he hasn't got enough points. Not if he's reduced the power, and he's going to need to because he's burning through his things fast. So he's going to use a lasting spell. Remains in effect twice as long with no additional magic points, so it will last twice as long. So let me just have a look at how long it would normally have lasted. And magic shadow tendrils would normally last us. The tendrils will appear 4 by 4 yard space within 20 yards. Anyone in the affected area, we'll deal with that in a moment and try and find the duration, and I'm struggling to spot that. 1d6.2 damage. Shadow tendrils last for a number of rounds equal to your willpower, minimum of 1, and so it's now double the butler's willpower, isn't it? So his willpower is 4, so it's going to be 8 rounds. Oh dear.
That sucks.
Yes.
The life out of
Okay,
it.
so it is now. Then we had a perfect thing for shadow tendrils the last time, didn't we?
We did. It was like a. Well, it was literally like a kind of oil slick with tendrils coming out of it. It looked exactly as the spells described.
It did, and it's actually one of the packs I own. So let's have a look through. It wasn't animated, was it?
Not that I recall.
No. So, dastardly demons, creatures, cozy cabins, demonic dungeon, demonic horde, dungeon puzzle, frostly fae, holy warriors, horrors of the grave. It's cold outside. Jan's token pack, Greek kingdoms of
Bloody
iron.
cold inside as well. He seems
Yeah.
to
It says roadside ambush, a glittering forest, the Osmond coast, vile tiles. What's vile tiles?
Yeah, it could be vile tiles.
Could be, because I don't know what that is.
I'm sure I
vile
would
tiles
go read it now.
tabletops. Yes, no, I do know what that is. Okay, so it's none of those. Get him one more. Lost Adventures, Pack of Fours, Chaotic Conjunction.
Chaotic Conjunction? Could be.
Could be, yes it is. Yes it is. Grasping... oh, that's actually a slightly different one. But it's...
Is it appropriate?
Yes.
Then a different caster has his own kind of flair on it.
Well, absolutely.
Grasping tendrils doesn't sound appropriate to me.
Well, it's fairly inappropriate as well in many regards.
Depends which website you're on.
And layer 2 back. There we go. Bosh. That's 1, 2. Yeah, that might actually be the same one, you know. And I'm just misremembering.
You'll know that we've made it to a level of fame when this is the first piece of fan art that we find.
No.
God, please no. Okay, so the grasping tendrils shoot up from the ground, squeezing out from between the stone work beneath you. They shoot out and start wrapping around. You can feel the energy being pulled out of you by these things as they wrap around you, and the demon cackles. That's a very poor cackle, but there you go. He's not accustomed to laughing, so it sounds a bit weird. Where's he at? Let me just check if you take damage on a first round.
And can we resist on the first round?
You should be. If you take damage on the first round, you should be able to resist on the first round. But let me just check. Shadow tendrils appear. Anyone in the affected area must take a willpower test against the caster's spell power, or be immobilized by the grasping tendrils, unable to move from the spot, although still able to take actions. Additionally, any living creature that begins its turn immobilized by the shadow tendrils takes 1d6 penetrating damage. Its tendrils leech away their life force. Right, so yes, you're going to take you're going to make a willpower test against, and it's willpower any. So if you've got any,
Self-discipline.
That'll do.
that'll do. Yeah, willpower self-discipline will do. Target number to beat is 16.
I think I did that.
Done.
You both
19,
did.
5 points of stuns.
Jesus, yeah, you've both done it.
Just walk straight out of his tentacles, just kind of brushing them off casually.
Yeah, do you remember the
Right, you
trouble? Do
bastard.
you remember the trouble you had with them the last time as well?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's his major action. His minor action is
Just jump into the tentacles.
to
Jump out the window at this rate.
tendrils. He's currently. Oh yes, I need to sort out his regeneration for the round. That's
Right, okay.
one of the spells he cast earlier means he regenerates.
In shadow.
Yeah, that's right.
Let's come in and obliterate any shadows with holy fire.
So that is. I'd probably best check what his maximum is, in case I accidentally. Okay, that's 10. Oops, shit, wrong one. There we go. Hands were misplaced on the keyboard. Right, you are. So that's him done for the round.
Important point.
Yeah.
Those tendrils are behind our tokens, but in front of our health auras.
Yeah, that's
So they are.
Mm.
How bizarre.
Yeah,
Okay, well there you go. That's a weird interaction, but
it is.
all right.
So are the tendrils as far back on the layers? I'm assuming it works in some form of layers from what I've seen.
There is
Are
one
there-
way I can put them further back, actually, because I can put them on
On the background.
map screen. Yeah.
Yes.
So let's do that. So layer map.
Nope.
They've vanished.
Yeah, but I can fix that as well because I can
good.
then go to the map screen
Send the map to
and
the back.
send the map to the back, and that'll fix it. Almost sure it will. Layer advanced 2 back. There we go.
Oh, perfect. Perfect.
And then if I come back onto... There we go. That's better. Right, so that's the demon done for the round. So with the demon done, it is Mog of the Bright Eye Clan. What would you like to do? Hello. My mouse has given up the ghost. There we go.
Is Mog in the tentacles? Is my first question.
Mog is in the tentacles.
Yeah.
So even though she's not trapped,
Yeah.
she still
Yep.
needs to take the D6.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Penetrate
you're going to
damage.
take D6 damage. Penetrating, I think, as well. 1 point of penetrating damage.
Okie dokie then.
But you're free to move.
You are
Oh,
free to
the
move.
horror, the horror.
All right, take the piss, why
Oh,
don't you?
so painful.
Is the damage rolled against both of us to take in one go, or is it rolled for each of us on our turn?
It's each of you
person.
on your turn. Yeah.
Rightio.
Bop, 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 bop.
So you're wandering in to attack the poor defenseless butler. Did he have a minor action? Did he do a minor action for? I can't remember.
Did you move?
The healing?
No, that's automatic because it's an effect
Right.
from the spell. So never mind, he should probably have moved. Didn't think of it, so he's still standing there with a table and chairs in his hand.
He probably thought that the tendrils would be enough.
I think so, yeah. Okay, so Mog, what would you like to
I
do?
think he's in for a shot.
Hmm.
Bop, 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 bop.
You'd like to twat him for 12. I think you've missed.
Oh, no.
Not free, but 2 magic points from Adrienne,
Well,
and you get a
let me
reroll.
just double check that it's necessary first.
Oh, right, sorry.
Oh, it's necessary. Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Okie dokie,
So
so I'll get a reroll.
yeah. Okay.
Bop, 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 bop.
14
better?
is just barely a hit. So you bring your axe round, and he almost dodges out the way, but it grazes across his shoulder. Roll the damage.
To be fair, kind of pissed about the tentacles thing. Maybe,
Yes.
Bop, bop, bop.
I've just realised Mog is still not going to have a healthy respect for that spell, unlike the rest of the
Nope.
party. Because Mog didn't see it the first time and the havoc it caused. And this time she's just walked out of it like it was not hardly
It
there.
ate 3 bad guys last time.
Yeah, it did. So 15.
Call that a spell, mate.
So 11 gets through, so that goes down to.
Ruffle gyrocopter.
Okay, so the demon's starting to look a little bit yellowy again. So
We'll soon
you-
fix that. We'll make him red.
Yeah, you slice through part of the shoulder as he tries to dodge. He hisses at you like that, and it is
It's okay. Mog hisses back.
fair enough. It is Gora to go, so Gora takes 2 points of damage.
Ow, ow.
Oh, the pain, the suffering.
So you say
the
that,
pain,
but I can
the
see your
pain.
hit points, and that's
That's fine.
you're yellow now.
So, for now.
For now.
So, so moving in.
Yes.
Can I get? I was there, wasn't I? Can I get behind Mog?
Yes,
It's what mages do. We get behind
you
things.
do. Yeah. You're being supportive. I'm behind you, Mog. Right behind you.
So to
Backing you
there.
all the way.
Yes.
Yeah.
A safe distance behind you.
About 45 miles behind you.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So I've moved, and I'm going to heal. I think.
Okay.
Mog's taking a bit of damage. I'm going to throw up some maximum healing aura.
Okay.
Taking like 3 points of damage in the entire thing.
Yeah.
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 Is that rolled or not?
I haven't seen it come up. No.
No.
I'll try it again.
Okay. And if it comes up twice, I'll just take the first one.
Bear in mind, this one's being rolled as a weapon because it's got 3 different levels to it. So
Right. Oh, that's fairly good.
it is.
How's that divine intervention going?
Oh, yeah. Thank you very much. Yeah.
That's kind of, you're fighting a demon, you've rolled a triple 6.
Yes. Good point.
Shall I just do the healing first and then deal with the stunts?
Yeah. Yeah, you can.
And I also know why my first roll didn't work. It's because the aim box came up, but it came up behind my sheet.
Ah, yes, that would do it.
Yeah.
I have mine set as a toggle, not as a question.
Yeah, set
the
them to
cogs.
toggle is quite a good one.
Right. So that's 16 points of healing,
Okay.
and I get extra for that because
Can I
Sorry.
Can I save the other 14 for later?
I wish it worked that way. Your magic teems with life energy. When you cast healing arcana spells, targets regain extra health equal to your willpower, which is 4, so that's 20. I'm a good healer.
You're a good healer.
I'm a good healer.
Yeah, we've got a tarot card that belongs to you.
That's a point. Yes, I thought we were going to need those at some point.
Yeah,
We still
I was
might-
worried
we
to
st- we-
see
we
those
still
in
might.
battle.
Still might.
I thought you were going to. I thought this was going to be a really tough fight, but none of the mages are doing very well at casting. So. Plus, they've all had to kind of scatter. So instead of presenting like a solid firing line with shit coming at you from all directions, everybody's like, "Oh, it looks like I could die any minute. I'm going to take cover," and just like scattered across the. However,
Right. So that demon. Do I know that demon heals in shadow?
make an arcane law roll.
This is for divine intervention at this point. It's just to justify the request.
Yes.
Okay. Holy Palor, fill this room with your light so this demon may not replenish itself in the darkness. Give it nowhere to escape to.
Okay, so that's kind of directly opposing his spell. So, I'm not going to disallow it, but I'm going to say it's going to require a test.
For divine intervention?
Yeah, because it would effectively nullify his spell.
Well, bearing in mind,
It wouldn't
for
nullify his spell because you said this room. No, I'm going to allow it.
just
So
to
the
put
room is
into
flooded with light.
perhaps thematically, we could it would light the fire and the brazier in the corner.
Still cast shadows though.
Yes, but it's wholly magical light though. And just for rules context, disrupt magic, which would do away with his spell altogether, would only be 5 stunt points.
In that case, yeah, okay. I'm going to allow it. I'm going to have this room flooded with magic. With the holy light of divine Palo spreads across the room. As it does, there is no shadow left in which he can hide. So he's currently unable to gain the bonus from that shadow meld thing he cast. Furthermore, I'm going to say that the amount of radiant holy light does 1d6 penetrating damage to him.
Ooh, nice.
So go ahead and roll it.
Palo, guide my hand.
Shit.
So the demon's trapped itself in a room full of light.
Hasn't trapped itself.
It'd help.
No. What I'm saying is, the demon, does that need to make a test to walk through the tentacles, or can it
No.
dismiss that spell?
It can treat the spell as if it isn't there. It can walk through its own.
The real question
walk
would
through
be:
its own hentai. Yeah.
Can Magnus walk through the tentacle pawn?
No, he can't.
Mm-hmm.
Not unless he has a spell that would allow him to, but
Yes.
he can't normally. No. Okay, so that's got us
Yes.
both actions, isn't it? Minor and major. Walked in, cast a spell, divine intervention. The demon, you can actually see the demon's flesh bubbling, like this. The holy light of Palo is burning it. It's right. It's just like watching me on a sunny day after 5 minutes. It's that bad. Right?
Oh, you and me both, mate. I completely relate to that. May I also speak to the demon?
Yes, go ahead. I'll call
Okay.
that a free action, unless you're going to deliver War and Peace to it.
No.
The power of Palo compels you.
No.
No. It's not
Listen. Foul Dagroth, we cast you down.
Okay. He snarls back something utterly incomprehensible in a diabolical tongue that makes you feel uncomfortable just to hear it. It's almost like it is profaning your very ears to hear it, but you don't actually understand a word it said, or snarled, or hissed. But you're pretty sure it was something fairly abusive. But yes, that's left him with nowhere to hide unless he gets out of this room, and his skin is currently burning, so that's not good for him. So it's Mistress Inhalia comes up next.
For clarification for future rounds, does the light persist, and does he continue to be injured?
The light will persist, but no, he won't get injured every round. Okay, so sorry, I'm eating a biscuit. I should have thought and
That's all right.
not done that while I'm about to speak. Okay, so Mistress Inhalia is going to cast. This will tickle you.
A feather?
She's not going to cast a feather, no.
I just realised I haven't taken my magic points off for that. That whatnot.
Okay, so she gets 4 points in her hands pool, and that burns 4 of her magic points. So I'll just reduce her magic points. And that takes that down to 69.
Nice.
Yeah. And I need to put yet another marker on her with a number in it. And preferably one that's not going to make a bleed, explode with green goo, or
Is there a hand symbol that you can put on?
yes, I believe there is a hand symbol. There's a paw, which is close enough, I suppose. If I can't find an actual hand, let me just pan down.
Paws of fate.
Paws of fate, yes.
Probably what a beast folk would do.
Probably, yeah. There's a fist, but it doesn't seem to be just an open hand, so I am going to use the paw. I'm going to have to scroll back up and re-find the paw. There it is. And what did I say? It was 4 points she's got in the hands of fate. There we go. So, that's her cast that. Now, her minor action, I think she's going to try and get the hell out of this area as well, because she's not entirely convinced that Kellen's not going to beat her up next after beating up her husband's apprentice. So she's going to try and make it over this way. She's not, well, actually she's going to try to make it over that way. So I'll put her there for now, and we'll roll a dexterity test for her, because I think she's probably going to fall over.
Well, she has got hands. She's got hands of fate now.
She does have hands of fate, yeah, so we'll see how that goes. And I appear to have misplaced her sheet. There it is. So dexterity, actually she's really dexterous. 16, she's fine. Right, okay, no. Was it 7? Yeah, she is. It's 15 minutes. So she's fine. So she makes it from there. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, would she go that way? Would she go over? No, she's going to go this way. And she's going to back off to there for now, at least. Oh, God. No, actually make it there. It's really difficult to work out where they're all going to run away from, because they're all like... They're completely unsure who's on whose side and who's likely to attack them and whatnot. So that's a mistress done. There's Apprentice Lyra next, who Kellen has just smacked again. So Apprentice Lyra, not overly keen on being twatted by this knight, is going to have to come up with something to do about it.
Surrender.
She could try and surrender, yeah. If you get her down to 0 health, she surrenders instead of dying. Yeah, but in the meantime, I think she's going to try and run away. She's currently on the ground. It's not worth her standing up, so I think I'll just have her crawl. So let's see what her crawling speed would be. That would be 6 to standard crawl if it's a minor action, 12 if she uses a major action. So we will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So she's at the end of her minor action. She's out of the ice and starting to worry about going into the tendrils. Actually, if she's gone any further. So what's she going to do with her major actions? The next question. Heal herself if she can would be the best bet. Let me just have a look.
Many of the heroic deeds that are immortalized in painting and tapestry adorning the walls of Highgate. Brutally thumping a mage as she crawled away across the ice with the blunt end of his sword, thankfully is not one of them.
Oh, is she about the only person not carrying a heal spell? Or a heal potion, or any possible way of healing herself whatsoever. Okay, so she's going to make a psychic attack on Kellen instead, because she doesn't need to see him. That's what she opened the thing for. So that's a hit with 4 stunned points. With 4 stunned points, she's going to make it a extra hurty spell. Because that's the proper terminology, apparently. Get extra hurty.
Yeah, that failed.
Yep, you've passed your willpower test, which massively reduces what she does. So let me just see. Psychic attack. It would normally be 2d6 plus willpower penetrating. The target gets a successful willpower test for a spell power. It takes no damage. Shit. No damage. It's usually at least the willpower's worth of damage. Okay, so how does...
What's your willpower? Oh,
I think her willpower...
don't tell me. But unless it's greater than 5, it won't have any effect
Um,
in that situation, even if it was willpower.
well, it's penetrating damage, so...
That wouldn't have any effect.
Right, okay. So, okay, there's no point in doing what she was going to do. What the hell else stunts... Oh, I know what you can do instead. She'll cast something else, but I still need to take the points off for this psychic attack. So let me just see what her psychic...
But she could upcast it, I suppose.
Is there any point, though? Because it's still not going to... Oh, no.
If she was to use those 4 points to upcast it to an 18,
Yes, then it does
use
take
3
effect.
of them, then it would take effect.
Okay, I'll do that. It's also occurred to me that there are thingy points, but I can't decide whether the mistress would let her use one or not. So, we'll upcast it with those stunt points so that it does take effect. That means she doesn't get to use them to do extra damage. So it just does 2d6 plus 2 damage. So let me...
How many Hands of Fate points do you need to boost your roll, Sean, to negate that?
Hold on. If she uses...
But if she can use up to 3 points to boost her spell power, can't she?
She can indeed, which would mean
Yeah.
you would be
Yes.
2 behind. You
I
would
would
need to
need
use
2
2.
to actually
Okay.
solve that.
So,
Okay.
and that is thereby negated.
Okay, so you burn 2 of the Hands of Fate pool, and her spell still fails to harm Kellen. Okay, and I think
At
that's
this point,
done.
would I be correct in thinking where everything she has cast has failed?
Yes.
No, it hasn't failed as such, but it's had no effect.
No visible effect. Yeah.
And is she aware of that?
No, probably not actually.
Okay.
I'm not 100% sure about that though. Okay, so psychic contact with Kellen, then Master Elithid. There we go. Him to go
Elithid?
next. Elith. Inhilin.
In Helen.
He's got an octopus on his head.
Got an octopus on his head. Where the bloody hell's his character sheet?
Master Cephalopod.
Okay, Master Inhilin. Just close that one that's opened. Master Inhilin is going to cast a spell of some description.
Divine Oracle to work out what the hell's going on.
Yes. Okay.
Somebody's
He's
possessed by now.
probably... I mean, he could mage lock himself in the...
Oh, we had another mage lock this time round, haven't we?
Yeah. Or, I think more likely is he's going to get himself back in this fight now. Right, okay, so yes. He's going to step through that door. Well, he's not going to step through, he's just going to open it. So I will just open that door. Has that opened it? I can't tell.
Which
Yes, it
door?
has. The door he was hiding behind.
This one?
No,
No. The one...
Further
I can just
he's a whole room away.
Yes.
I can just see him peeping out there. Yeah, okay.
He can just barely see Kellen of Highgate from this, so...
Sees my cloak swishing.
Sees your cloak swishing, that's going to be enough to try and freeze you, so he's going to try and freeze you. So we have an icy grip coming up. Bosh. That's 6 points of stunts. No, 2 points of stunts, sorry, and 21 success. That's a definite success. You need a Constitution Stamina test.
To what? Beat 17?
To beat, I think it's 17. Yes, it's 17.
Where's my character sheet gone? I think I've closed it.
It's alright, I've been doing that all day. The target takes 1d6 penetrating damage from the cold. Each additional round at the start of your turn, the target must make a... right, hold on. No, you don't actually make a saving throw on the first round, so you make it next round. You automatically take the 1d6 damage this round. That's unusual, I've not seen that before.
Did you say
Is
penetrating?
Is it a misprint?
I'm just wondering that.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't appear to be. Okay. Is it penetrating? Let me take a look.
Just
Target
thinking
takes
about
1d6
the.
penetrating. Yes, it is.
Go on then. Roll the dice.
And
You need to roll a 6. Yeah.
right. Okay. So that's 1 point of penetrating damage, which is not getting through.
In fact, I don't even know if you can actually hurt me with that.
What's causing you not to take penetrating damage? Just refresh my memory.
Master armor talent negates penetrating damage half your armor point value.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yep. I don't see a problem with that. I mean,
But it's also the gargoyle armor, which has an automatic deduct 1 point of damage. No
if
matter the
test
source.
fails, the target has another undeserved penetrating damage, and a -2 cumulative penalty to speed. So you've lost 2 off your speed. It's in fact that's all the effect it's going to be able to have on you. I think really is reducing your speed.
Does that count? Is that part of the saving throw effect?
Yes, that's part of the saving throw effect. So you haven't lost 2 off your speed this round. So that's had no effect.
Master in Hillen, I feel bad for your son. He's got 99 hit points and you can't take 1.
Oh god.
Okay, so that's I
That's
think
so up.
yes, I think that's both of the master's actions. So it is on to Apprentice Saria, who's literally done nothing but hide and swear this entire fight. So this time, I think she might actually cast something. Let me just have a look. If I can find her. There we go. What is she likely to cast? No, actually, I don't think she is going to bother. She's just going to continue to hide. And Gildane, on the other hand, he's definitely going to do something. So, let's see what it is. Let me come down and find him on the master sheet because I can't see his thing. Apprentice Gildane. Does anybody see where that's coming up? I bloody can't.
Where what's coming up?
Apprentice Gildane's character sheet found it. There we go. It was underneath the turn order. That was what was causing the confusion. Okay, so remember how I said he was definitely going to do something? not a great deal he can do, really.
Sitting under a table is doing something.
He's not under the table.
He's trying to get under the table.
Trying to sit under a table is definitely doing
hiding by the chair.
Actually, I'm going to try Hero's Speed. Bosh. Yes, so that's a successful cast. That has Hero's Speed. Let's have a look. Inspiration, Courage, Speed. Magical Swiftness infuses a subject with the spell, casting it on himself. Choose a number of allies equal to your willpower within 6 yards of you. You may include yourself among this number. If the spell is successful, those affected increase their speed by your willpower. Okay, so he's cast that. That's actually quite expensive for what it does. Well, never mind.
Just basically boost the run speed. It would be handy in a chase scenario.
Yes. It would.
So they can fall over on the ice twice as fast.
They can fall over on the ice twice as fast.
It doesn't improve your dex, so you know how you see people with the feet going, or,
yes.
And they're not going anywhere.
Again, Scooby-Doo.
Now twice as fast.
Oh shit! What have I just
His
done?
allies not expecting that they've got hero speed on them now, like very tentatively trying to walk onto the ice, go absolutely flying across it and straight out of a window.
Okay, well I've just buggered up his speed completely here. I have no idea what the fuck is going on. And fuck's sake, mind. It's like 404 it came up a minute ago. Now it's on 17 and
This is the Flash.
and just to add insult to injury, my mouse has just died again. Right. So
I know I
let's try
had
that
a
again.
speed of 44 in Nightbane. That was
Yes. Right, got
fast
it. We've now
character.
got his speed as right as it is getting. He is. Do you know what? I've just thought of a better thing he could have done. Right. Okay. So he's.
He's going to crawl out the door at double speed.
That is exactly what he is going to do. Yes. 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He gets to there. Right.
Turbo,
so that
baby.
is Apprentice Gildane done. So it is Magnus to go next. And obviously he's not going to step into that stuff. So he's going to have to climb the stairs a little bit so he can see you. And then he's going to open fire on somebody. I don't know. It's either going to be Mog or it's going to be Gora or it's going to be both. Let's just see.
He's not being blinded by the light.
He hasn't. No.
Wrapped up in a papoose, just a stranger in the night.
I can't find his frigging character sheet now.
Under the turn order?
It might be under the turn order. I might have moved it off one guy onto the other. No, I didn't.
It would be nice if you could double click on them in the turn order and have the sheet pop open.
It really would, yes. So, there we go. Found it. I must have closed it. Character sheet. God. I might do an Ice Knives again, I think. That was relatively sort of almost effective before, wasn't it? Or I could do that. But no, I'm going to do this. So, Bosch. This is 6 points off his thing. He's got 5, so he's going to do additional damage with it. It's going to make it a mighty spell. Character.
If you want to do more damage, you could make it lethal for that.
4, 5. I was going to do something else as well, but no, you're right. I'll do lethal. You've brought it on yourself by suggesting it. So.
Yeah.
Also, they've been doing really, really badly. So I think you're right. He would probably put it into trying to take somebody down because their side is just making a bit of a tit of themselves so far. Okay, so these blast of ice knives come straight out, engulfing both Gora and
You mean
Mog.
frost weapons?
Yeah, no, I didn't mean frost weapons. If I rolled frost weapons instead.
You have.
Well, it's the same dice roll, so not to worry.
So what is the description for this, rather than knives flying out?
No, he's actually is doing knives.
Knives, yes.
But he rolled the wrong spell.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Yeah, and it would be the same rule, so there's no point in re-rolling it. So the knives fly out and travelling through the doorway. Some of them smash off the door frame as they're trying to get through. The others blast straight through the gap and hit Mog first and then Gora. So let's just see how much damage they did. So this is oh god. No,
Does Mog count as cover?
Unfortunately, Mog doesn't count as cover. No.
Okay.
Apprentice Magnus. Where's he gone? There he is.
Hiding under the tentacles.
So he does an extra 2 dice of damage from what it would normally say. Let's make sure I'm reading the right spell. Ice Knives does.
Wasn't it 1d6 last time?
I'm just checking, but I believe so.
I think so.
yes.
You only got like hit for 2.
Yeah, that's right. So you both need a dexterity acrobatics roll.
Oh, right, yes.
You need to beat 14. So Mog's going to take full damage, which is going to be 3d6 plus his willpower.
Oof.
Gora's going to take full damage as well, 3d6 plus his willpower. So let me just have a look at what his willpower is. I should really learn to change the batteries in this mouse before we sit down to game, because it happens every time. So his willpower is 2. So I'm going to roll 3d6 and we're going to add 2. This is initially the damage for Mog, because she's the first hit. And I've got a sticky cursor again. There we go. 3d6. So Mog, you take 14 points of damage.
And this is armor piercing, yeah?
This is armor piercing because it's like the
Right, okay.
cold as the ice passes through you. You're freezing. And Gora, you take 10 points of damage. Penetrating.
Is this like a journeyman or a master level spell?
It is. I didn't note that down, but it's one of the higher.
Yeah,
it's
I
either
would
journeyman
have
or
thought.
master. It's definitely not
Yeah.
a. Yeah.
Just that amount of penetrating damage. It's like
That's because of the lethal spell. Remember, it's normally 1d6 plus.
That's true.
Plus willpower.
That's true. Yes, of course.
So Magnus has finally managed to do something that makes their side look less shit. That is combat round 4 we're on to now, and Kellen to go. What would you like to do?
So first off, I need to make this Constitution stamina
You do indeed.
test.
There's a pass. No, it was the master that cast it as a fail.
Yeah, so it needs 1 point of from the fate pool if we have 1 point.
Take it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now it's a
I'll,
pass.
I'll just check and see that we still have. Yeah, we've still got 2 in the pool, so that's now down to 1. Yeah, you're welcome to that.
And I've just lifted the wrong size battery out for this mouse.
How long an effect does that spell have? Is it just the once until you save, or?
Hold on, let's check. I'll just change the battery over in this mouse, or I'm not going to be able to. There we go. Hello, it's still not working. That's why. Helps if I turn it on. Okay, so that was Master in Hillen that cast it, wasn't it? And it was a ice grip, I think.
It's willpower.
Is it?
Yeah.
Ice grip. So it is. Ice grip.
Oh, it's
so-
actually at the start of the caster's turn. So.
Okay, well, we'll just keep the damage for now.
No. If successful, the icy grip spell ends.
If successful, the icy grip spell ends. So it has ended then. So that's it. You've broken it. It's gone. The master's wasted some more magic points on doing nothing. And it is, it's here to go.
Need to go. What's the temperature in this room?
It's sort of average.
Because the ice sheet melts at a normal rate, according to unless it's below freezing.
It's not below freezing, so it'll be melting at a normal rate, but a normal rate for ice to melt, that's going to last. It's only been 3 or 4 combat rounds, so it's only...
It's going to ruin the carpet.
Well, there isn't a carpet.
tiles.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to be honest, I already punched a big hole. We already managed to punch a big hole in the door, so...
Destroying
Yeah.
the furniture.
Oh,
Right.
it's no more Mr. Nice Party at this point. I'm wrecking all their shit. I'm taking all their magical things, and not putting them back this time.
No,
Right,
no
so-
more Mr. Nice Party from the dwarf who stole everything that wasn't nailed down, basically.
And put it back.
Hmm.
Morg didn't put the book back, but she's a
Okay, so Sean, what would you like to do?
Well, I'm going to move round the ice and across the top of these tables again.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. But then what I want to do is to sort of like get to this point.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I can jump across there, or is it the case I need to make the dex roll to
you'll
actually
need-
cross the
You'll
ice
need to make the dex roll for that one because of the corner of the wall.
because of the corner. I'm clicking on my character sheet and it's trying to run away.
Yeah, I had that happen.
Double click on it. It's like moving across the screen.
Yeah, I've had that happen to me twice today. That's what I'm
Yeah.
reading about.
Ultimately,
Yeah.
ultimately Kellen needs to be out there, so there's another one in the Hands of Fate pool if you happen to fall.
Right. Okay. So going across. It's not enough.
Yeah.
I'm going to be.
So you still get
Prone.
there, but you'll be prone. Yeah,
Right.
Even with hands, it wouldn't be enough.
it wouldn't be enough.
No.
So
Right.
it's not worth wasting a hand point.
Fair enough.
The only thing. Let me put a prone marker on me then. In that case, right. The only thing that would be save us from that bit would be if I had a conviction point.
Yeah.
I was meaning to question this. Is Adrian meant to have 3 conviction points?
Yes.
Yes, I think
Mhm.
so.
Ah. Can you spend them on behalf of other people?
You can
Could you?
spend
Yeah,
them to
that's
save somebody from dying, even if.
To save somebody from slipping over on the ice.
But you can't use them to save somebody from dying if they're coup de grace, so that would suggest to me no, you couldn't use it to stop them from slipping on the ice.
okay.
Okay.
Right, but that doesn't mean to say that I can't then take a major action, does it?
Oh no, you can still take a major action, you're just doing it while prone.
So I could still hit Lyra at this point.
Yeah, you can if I can just spot. There they are.
Well, considering she was crawling as well, you're both at the same level now.
Yes, indeed, so I'm not going to apply the penalty to hit.
But I'm just going to hit her then.
Okay, go for it. That is actually... Yeah, that's going to be a hit, I'm fairly sure. I mean, I will double check, but I'm pretty sure that's a hit. It is indeed, yes. And 14 damage. So, that's taken her out. So you've basically run up, punched her in the back of the head, knocked her out.
That breaks the psychic connection.
It does break the psychic connection, yes.
And the neck.
And also it hasn't altered her thingy again. It hasn't put the little cross on her. It hasn't done... Well, why is that only happening with Lyra? That's
Oh,
really
there
weird.
she goes.
No, I did that manually. Had to do it manually because it wasn't doing it automatically. So anyway, you've knocked Lyra out. So that's one start. So it's Adrienne to go next. What would she like to do?
Puppets of Fate.
Go for it. Pretty sure the master can't see you from there, so I don't think there's
Nope.
anything you can do to stop it. Ooh, nice one.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah,
6 stun points.
6 stunt points with that, and 6 puppets points as well.
Okay. I'm tempted to disrupt magic and get rid of that ice because it's caused us no end of bother.
It's caused some minor issues. Yeah, bear in mind it's caused the other side nearly as much damage. Nearly as
Well,
much trouble.
Adrian's thinking of walking across there next, so...
Right, yes. I can see why you might want rid of it then.
We've still got one in the hands pool.
Okay.
Lovely. Right. So...
When I started these guys up, I was really worried it was going to be too much. But then I thought it'll be fine because they also have their own minor fights. Some people will be on your side, some people will be staying out of it. And basically what's happened is the fight's broken out and they've just turned into some kind of silent movie comedy act.
Carry on magic.
Yeah.
The several
The
stooges.
Keystone Mages. Okay, so that's Adrienne done, or
No, I'm just gonna spend the stunt points.
Uh-huh.
So, what I'd like to do is to walk past here and close this door for a start.
go for it. Yeah.
Oh, it's actually a thing you can do now, isn't it?
It is. If you you should be able to just
I've-
click a little, close the
There
door.
you go.
Yeah,
Close.
Marvelous. Well, I like that. That's
it's good, isn't it?
yeah.
I mean, you still get the little message telling you it didn't happen when it did, which is mildly annoying. But it's nice that you can open and close the doors like that. Makes it more interactive for you.
I like it. Okay, so I can't think of anything else to use these stunt points for. Actually, suppose I could do a fast cast. I could get another one off.
Yes, you could.
Yeah. Okay. I'll tell you what. I'll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll take. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll take skillful casting for 2.
Yeah.
So that's only cost me 5 magic points. I'll do a fast cast, and we're going to have something new. Now, which one was it?
Strings.
No, chosen. Chosen of Fate.
Chosen Fate, right. Okay. That would have
First time in the
generated
using.
stunt points, only it can't because
No.
this cast was generated by stunt points. I don't
No.
actually know what Chosen of Fate does. I've never.
I'm just looking it up now. It's in the expansion.
Yes, the thingy book, companion book.
Master level spell. This was in the original plan. I can't remember what it does myself.
Well, let's take a look.
Right, Chosen of Fate.
Give us a page number, would you?
I'm looking for it right now.
Ah, right, okay. So it's.
Do you know it's in the index as being in the companion?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not seeing it.
No, it's not there.
You're not
Usually,
looking
if
at.
you click the number next to the entry on the index, if you're on the PDF, it'll take you to it.
That's right.
I saw it at the end, thinking that it was in there.
Is it Agent of Fate that's the actual one? No.
I tell you what might be confusing you.
Right.
No, go on.
It's in like a tick box thing at the end of the companion. I just searched for Chosen of, and it comes up 3 times. Yeah, right. It's like a tick box thing. It's the appendix spell list.
Oh, in that case,
thought
it's in the.
It's got the master from the companion and from the base book listed there, but it obviously isn't in the companion.
Mm-hmm. I'm just having a look in the base book now. So
yeah, that's what I'm doing as well, and I have found it.
Right, grand.
Just going to find which tab I've got it on. There we go. Right, you weave the web of fate to favour you at a critical time. For the remainder of the encounter, you and your allies within 10 yards of you may re-roll your stunt die while generating stunt points and take the better result.
Oh, that's really nice.
Mm.
Yeah.
Chosen of Fate only takes effect if the original die roll qualified for stunt points.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So if it was successful and doubles were rolled.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
if you roll 1 stunt point,
yes,
you could re-roll and go, oh look, I got a 6 on the second one. Yeah.
Exactly.
That's really quite nice. I like that.
Mm. Right. So I think with the rest of her movement, which is what's her speed? Dex got up, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
14. So
almost as fast as an elf.
See how far we can get.
But you're on the ice.
Yeah. I'm going to try to get out of the door.
Okay, go for it.
Using the tables up to that point.
And then...
having seen Kellen do it.
Yeah.
And then taking the dex test
go for it.
to get across.
Yeah.
And is that just straight dex?
Acrobatics.
Acrobatics, but if you don't have acrobatics, it's straight dex, and you need to get, I believe it's 17.
17, that's right. And you got 14, so she's on her bum as well. Yeah. Thump, wang. She jumps off the table, and her feet just go out from under her, and she'll slap down.
Saria laughs in the corner.
Saria's not finding anything about this encounter funny. She's just been hiding under the table. She's freezing now because she's on the ice as well.
What's the point?
And she's really not dressed for cold weather. Okay, so it is the butler to go next, the butler demon.
Very quick one, if I can do it in retrospect. I don't suppose that there was some sort of lock or latch on that door, was there, from this side?
Not on this side, no.
No, okay.
No, but you've closed the door at least. So
and Adriana having fallen down, does that mean her movement ends there, or can she continue at a reduced pace?
You can continue it at half whatever was left. Yeah.
Right. So I will just do that then. So that was 7 out of her 14, did I say?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, 14. So what, like 3.5?
Yeah.
Right. Well, I'll get to just behind Kellen then, because I don't really want to go past him into a fight.
No, fair enough. Okay, so it is the demon butler next. Let me just have a look at what it's got and see what it can, because it's kind of boxed itself into a corner here. It doesn't regenerate this round because you have stripped away all shadows from it. It could head into the shadow tendrils in order to use them to its advantage, but then it's damn close to all your reinforcements arriving.
Yeah.
So let me just see if it can come up with anything else it fancies trying.
Mog, do you recall the that special talent that you've got that I suggested might be useful in this situation?
No, because I don't remember this conversation at all.
It was in the planning thread.
Was it this week? Because if it
Oh
was this
no,
week, I probably
no, it was
wouldn't have seen it.
it,
'Cause
it,
I've had a terrible.
it was weeks ago.
Oh, okay. Let me check what my talents are.
Okay.
Your level 7 ability. Page 23 of the main book.
Yeah, I'm going through my character sheet.
Okay.
Okay, I think he's going to try and kill somebody. I don't know how. It might be actually better off just twatting at this point. Let me just have a look at that. What's he like in hand to hand? Okay, not great, but an arcane blast's probably his best bet at this point. He's running low on magic already. So he's going to arcane blast Gora, or he's going to try, I should say. Nothing's guaranteed. And to hit, he has scored 14.
Okay.
Is that a hit?
Oh, getting past defense, absolutely, yeah.
Okay, so that is 7 points of damage. That's pretty poor. That's only just over the minimum he could have done. Okay, so that's his major action. His minor action is going to be to move. So blasting you with arcane fire on the way past, arcane blast on the way past, he is then going to make a breakout for here. There we go.
Oh, where's he gone?
He's gone through the door, but I'll open the door in a second because it doesn't close behind him. It's not on a spring.
The northern door.
Yeah. So,
It's not like that door in the manor that had a draft.
no. So this... Okay, that doesn't want to do that.
Probably lost him when I went and looked at my character sheet.
And on to the Games Master's late. Open it. There we go. So that's him done. That's the butler done. He blasted you and then raced past everybody. So he sort of comes forward, blasts with the arcane blast, and then runs round Mog, kicks the door open on the way through it, and is now doing a bit of a lurk over there. Okay, so
He must have a fair turn of speed on him.
he's got quite a bit of speed. Yeah, he does have wings as well. Remember, they're not hugely powerful, but he's got them.
2 cans of Red Bull under his.
Yes. So I believe it's Mog to go next. What would you like to do?
Well, I can't do the thing I was going to do because he went and moved, the coward.
Talked.
Although I think he has, unless I'm missing something, I haven't been into this room before. I'm pretty sure he's just cornered himself even more.
Yeah, I think that too.
He kind of has, and also kind of hasn't. So yeah,
That's
no.
interesting.
isn't it? So let me just open that fucking door.
Oh, that's a door. Is he stuck on a
Yes.
door?
Yeah, he's standing in a door frame, so not everybody can get at him at once. Essentially.
Okay, well, he's going to get an axe to the face.
Right, you are.
You've been framed.
Who lives in a house like this? Wow, he is getting an axe to the
Shit,
face.
he's not half, isn't he? That's the second
Nice.
time you've rolled triple sixes.
Oh, I'm going to take a lethal blow.
Of course.
And with the other one, I will steer away.
You could skirmish him out of the doorway.
Yeah, but now I'm paranoid that there's a secret passage in that room. So if I stay away with a perception test,
Yeah.
do you want me
Nice.
to roll the perception test first or the damage?
Roll a perception test first.
Right.
Okay.
Where's it hiding? Yeah, right. Straight perception.
Okay, at the moment you can't see anything untoward. You're kind of glancing around. There's nothing that strikes you as a secret door, but you are aware of the fact that there is a window behind him, well, off to the side of him. And as I mentioned earlier, he can fly. Not well, but well enough that that does give him an option for escape. He could just jump out the window and fly away.
Okay.
I can't at the moment because he didn't have enough movement to get that far, but
Yeah.
but it strikes you that that might be his thinking, because otherwise he would just have cornered himself again. Unless there is a secret passage in here that you just haven't managed to see in the confusion yet.
I mean, I think you might be about to be struck by another thought, actually.
But about to be struck by bloody lightning.
Holy shit!
I got 2 extra dice.
To add.
So the last thing to go through the demon's mind was that axe.
Oh no, he's not that badly damaged. He's hurt. But let me just see now. He gets to take his. Oh, if I get the right fucking numbers in the right fucking places, it might help. So 4 comes off that. That leaves 17. So 17 goes through to him. So minus 17 on his hit points. And yeah, he's looking quite bad. So you you charge after him. Sorry, go on.
I mean, he wasn't exactly the most aesthetic demon.
No, it wasn't, not to start with. So as Mog races off after the demon, screaming her war cry in Orcish, Kumbah Kia Kund, right? And then catches up to him and thwack! Just as he turns around, he gets this axe smack in the chest. His eyes widen and he's like, ah! Blood dribbling down the corner of his mouth. He spits it in your face.
Yeah.
And with that, it is Gora to go.
Jolt.
Little legs running after us.
Yeah.
You're going to try...
Wait for me!
Right, so you scurry through the door behind Mog, who's currently given the demon butler a bit of a kicking. And what did you say you were going to do, sorry?
Jolt.
Jolt. Ah, there's a blast from the past. Okay, so you have successfully cast it. So what's his saving throw he needs? Is it willpower? It'll be willpower something.
No, I believe it's a dex.
Constitution.
It's Constitution.
The Constitution.
That rings a bell as soon as you said it.
Con stamina, yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't have stamina, so it's just a straight Constitution. 13. That's a fail, I suspect.
Is it versus spell power? That is indeed a fail.
So he is jolted, which means he loses his major action for the...
And takes 2 penetrating damage.
That takes 2 penetrating damage. So that's minus 2 on there. Bosh.
Taser.
And I'll just put a little lightning bolt on him.
You've tasered him.
I'm guessing smashing a window would be a major action.
Not if you do it with your head on the way out, no.
Not if you fall through it. No.
Yeah. So no, you could still... opening the window would be a major action. Just diving through it and flying off, it would just reduce his movement and do some damage to him. So you have annihilated his chance of getting through the window without headbutting it open, like smashing it with his head.
Which would do him damage as well.
Which would definitely do him damage as well, yeah.
So his last action might very well be running up to the window, headbutting it, and then dying.
It could be, but I don't think the window is going to do that much damage to him. I might be wrong.
Has the rest of this encounter gone as you planned?
Not a single moment of it, no.
Exactly.
The window scores 5 stunt points and does a
lethal damage. Yeah.
Turns out the window was a mimic all along.
Okay, so it is the mistress to go now, and oh god, I still don't really know what she's going to do.
She's going to come out of the room.
She is probably going to come out of the room. So apprentice, 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 master, apprentice, mistress. There we go. Let me just have a look through her spells. I think I see exactly what she's going to do. Actually,
She's going to confront a hubby.
yes.
Slap him.
Well, the
Absolutely the best time for a domestic, gotta say.
well, the first thing she's going to do is cast that from her magic item. So I'll just type spent into there. So she's activation. You won't see what that does from there. So that was the activation. Action. She then will move. So I'll just move her. Okay. And that's the mistress done. So I need to move down on to apprentice Lyra, who's out of the fight now. So it would be that
The
can
master.
be deleted. Psychic can I delete just one thing? Yes, I can. Right. So it's the master next. So let's see what the master has to do. So apprentice, 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 master. There we go. And I'm going to check his magic items as well, because I have been underusing their magic items somewhat, which might make a difference. Nope, not in this case.
The more kit you give them, the more kit it is to manage and track.
Yes. Okay, I can see what he's going to do, I think. Can I? Yes, I can. Yes, I fucking definitely can. So, he will move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 to there. I'll turn him. I'll see if he's got any movement left, but I suspect that's probably him. Guardian, anything, Lyra. So his movement is 12. That's exactly what I thought it was. So that's, if he wants a major action, that's as far as he's getting. So let's see who and what he can see from there. Kellen and Adrienne are the only people he can see from there. That's not what I was hoping to find. However, it'll do.
You can see some writhing black tentacles.
It doesn't seem to be able to. You'd think so, but according to what it's shown me, they're not in his...
Oh, across that line? No, it's kind of this corner
Yeah.
and
So
this corner.
just missing it, so he's just seeing Kellen and Adrienne and nothing else, really. I mean, he might notice Saria hiding under the table if he was minded to look, but he's not. So, he's going to cast a spell that can affect either of you. So that kind of limits him a little bit, because the spell he was going to cast is a bit high-powered, a bit high cost if he can only hit 2 of you. Haven't said that. His side, insofar as he has a side, is losing horribly. I might at this point be better off. Do you know what? I think he is going to... I just need to measure the distance on this. If he's got the range... Oh, no, because he knows some people from his side are through there, so he's not going to throw grenades in, is he? Ah, shit. Okay. No, it's going to have to be the first...
Does he actually care about other people?
Well, he cares about them in so much as he might need them to stop you killing him. So...
Nobody's taken any hostile action against him at this point.
That's true, actually. However, he's about to take some very hostile action against the two people he can. So let's see if he can cast the damn spell this time. And
Failed.
yeah, he's gonna fail, except he's. Oh, I'm gonna have to just do this onto there, and then oh, hang on, why didn't that work? That's why. Right, so if I get that and then reduce. Oh shit! I can barely see that. Has that done what I wanted to do? Yes, it has. Okay, so that's actually going to be a pass. So,
What is it?
Puppet of Fate.
right.
We're just lying in wait, Brian.
I should
Better of
have.
it.
I should have known you, wee smeggers. Right. Okay. So the master needs a saving throw to shrug off your puppets of fate, doesn't he? Could you just check which is it? I know it's willpower, but is it? Oh, it doesn't really matter. He doesn't have the focus, so it's just going to be willpower. What's he going to beat?
Oh, hang on. I'm looking it up. That is willpower, self-discipline versus spell power 15.
15. So he needs 15 or better. 17 he's passed.
Oof.
Yes. So you've taken the point off as fate has attempted to intervene. The master in rage just no! Burn! And as he screams burn, you hear a slight sizzling sound. Then Kellen and Adrienne both start to feel uncomfortably warm. And then very uncomfortably warm. And then agonizingly hot as their blood begins to boil. So let me just take a look at the technical effects of blood boil, blood wound. Here we are. So all targets take 1d6 plus magic penetrating plus willpower penetrating damage, and must take a Constitution stamina test versus your spell power. Okay, so Kellen and Adrienne, can you give me a Constitution stamina test, please? 17 is your target.
Failed.
Failed. Okay, she is.
Isn't 15 the target, or is he getting a bonus?
Yes, this is not one of the ones he's entirely mastered. 15 as a target. Sorry, yes, 15 as a target.
Do we still have anything in the hands pool?
It was 1 point.
Yes, I believe there was 1 point.
Marvellous. Okay, Adrian will use that for herself because it's very likely that Kellen will be fine.
Yes. Okay, so Adrienne burns a point. So Kellen and Adrienne, you are both in an extreme amount of pain but will be able to act next round. Had you failed, you would not be able to make a major action next round. However, you also take the following damage. It's d6 plus his willpower. So let me just take a look. His willpower is 5. So I'll do Kellen first. This is penetrating, and that's a total of 9 damage to Kellen.
Right. So my armor counts as 5 points of reduction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you rolling these separately? Sorry.
Yes, I'm
So
rolling
that,
separately.
so that would take it down to 4.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so you take 4 points of damage from your blood boiling, and Adrienne, you are going to take 8 points of damage from your blood boiling, penetrating. So the pair of you are in an extreme amount of pain, but gritting your teeth, you're still going to be able to act this round despite all of that. Now, it is Saria's go next, and very slightly belatedly, she does something that surprises you, right? So just as the master comes round the corner and blasts out, you hear Saria from under the table go, "Look out!" I think. And then as you turn to see what she's saying, that's when the boiling blood spell hits. And you're doubled over. Okay, so she's used a free action to attempt to warn you that the master was coming. for all the good that's done her. She is going to try and summon something.
Ooh.
She is going to successfully summon something, or at least it appears she has successfully summoned something. So I need to pick the something. So let me have a look at my monsters up here. So as she warns you, you can hear her casting a spell. There's a kind of whooshing sound, and then rising up from the floor, we get. Let's go with an old classic. Okay, I'm in the wrong panel. That does make life a bit harder.
It's a dancing bear.
That's a lot smaller than it needs to be, so let me just pull that out. And I've got it in the wrong layer, which isn't helping. So layers token. There we go.
Oh.
Right, and that's her. Well, it was a free action to try and warn you. It's a major action to cast the spell. Her minor action, I don't think she's got anything to do for a minor action. So Apprentice Gul'dan next, who's right in the thick of it.
We're joined by Yagoth there.
Yes. Apprentice Gul'dan is going to rage. No. It's going to be an arcane blast, I think. It's probably the most likely thing. So he's going to try from the point blank range he's standing at. He's going to. Why is somebody exploding?
No idea.
Who is exploding?
I think it was Adrian. Ah, yes, of course, because she's right. Okay. So Gildane's going to try and mage blast Adrian. So Apprentice Gildane is going to do a arcane blast at Adrian. What's her defense? 17 is going to be a hit anyway, isn't it?
14.
14. Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah. Puppets.
right, you are. So he needs a
Thank you, Sean.
self-discipline test to try and get the spell off anyway. So you burn a puppet's point in the attempt to stop him, but he just blasts through. The arcane blast arcs from his staff and slams into Adrian for 10 points of damage.
Okay.
That's Gildane done. And Magnus is up next. Magnus is coming up. Okay. I think I've definitely made a spelling mistake there, because I'm pretty sure he does not actually carry a mana potato around with him. I mean, it's conceivable that I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure. He's been having a lot of success with his ice knives, so he's going to have another crack at that.
Who's he shooting at?
This time he'll be firing from there. Actually, if he goes that way, he's going to hit people of his own side as well. Well, oh no, he can't move. Oh no, he's on the stairs. He's above. No, that's fine. He can. So he'll ice knives Kellen and Adrienne. So from the several stairs he's up, this blast of ice knives comes down towards you. Some of them are rattling off the door frame above. Some of them are coming straight through the pair of you. So I think he might have failed. No, he's passed. He's passed. So Magnus.
Or has he?
Or has he?
I don't think it's worth making him roll again.
Okay, right.
Because it's like it's an 11.
Yeah.
And he gets +4, so
yeah.
I'll certainly stand by that. Yes.
So he flings a shower of razor-sharp icicles at Kellen and Adrienne. These manifest in an arc, 5 yards long, 2 yards wide. Right, make a dexterity acrobatics check for Callan and another one for Adrian, please.
Right. So Gildane's out of the.
Yeah, because he's on the floor and the guy's aiming down, so he should be able to angle it to miss Gildane, I think. Not that he would care much, to be honest. Okay, so Adrian's going to take normal damage, Kellen's going to take half damage. So we'll start with Kellen, because I suspect that half damage will mean this is going to come to naught. On a pass, you take just willpower damage, so that would only be 2 points of damage. That's just going to rattle off your armour. And Adrienne, on the other hand, takes 2 points more than I'm about to roll. 5 damage. As these ice knives strike her and the freezing cold bites. And that's next combat round. So, question, it's 20 to 6. We're not going to get the whole fight finished. Do you want to call it now or at the start of the next round?
Keep going as long as possible for me.
Okay. It's
right,
just
at this point. At this point, we're at the end of a round.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Will we get through another full round?
I think you'll get through another full round. It depends what time people need to dash off and make food and so on.
I don't.
No, bank holiday tomorrow.
Ah, right. Louise, you normally have to about 6, don't you?
I'd probably do another round.
Okay, cool. Let's do another round.
Mine's a beer.
That is Kellen to go first.
I suggest if can Adrian suggest out? No, she's out of turn. Sorry.
I know what I'm going to do.
I'll allow her to make a suggestion. Yeah.
Push forward, close the door behind us.
So what I actually do is I stand up.
Yeah.
Right, which takes half of my minor movements.
It does. Yep.
Find the icon for it. There it is. Take that off. Right, and then I move onto the stairs.
Yep.
There, not in the tentacles.
Yep.
And I attack Magnus the Apprentice.
Okie dokie. Actually, that reminds me of something I need to check. You go ahead and do that while I check this. That might be a miss on Magnus. Let me just open his up as well and check. Magnus defense 11. It's a hit. It's just a hit, but it's a hit.
Oh, and I'll re-roll that stunt die.
Oh, nice. Well
of
remembered.
course, yes.
For 6 stunt points.
Oh, nice one. Okay, so
skirmish off the stairs, fall damage.
So he's now in the tentacles.
Okay, yes. Hold on till I come back in and move him. Oh god, it's getting quite clustered down there. Right, so 1, 2. You hit him quite hard, and he tumbles off the stairs screaming and lands in the tentacles.
Right.
Yep.
And then following that up.
Yep.
Right, can I skirmish myself to here?
Yes, you can.
Having used 2 points, effectively. Done both those things. In fact, actually, I'll knock him prone into the tentacles.
Yes.
3 points.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, no. Is that? Am I within hitting distance of Billy Bob here?
Yes.
Gildan.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's knocked down. He's in the tentacles, right? So I'm then going to do a lightning attack and strike this guy.
Okay, dokie, go for it.
Unless he only has a defense of 11.
Would you know that?
This is the important
it's
tactic.
Mechanical, yeah.
It's mechanical because a dual strike I can do for 3 points.
Gildane's defense.
Right, so I have to do a second attack as a lightning attack rather than rely on the hit. And my character sheet is closed again.
That's okay.
Right, so damage on the first guy.
Yep.
Is not that much.
16, and I don't think he has any armor. I will just double check. Magnus, I'm correct, he doesn't. So that's all 16 transfers directly through to him.
Attack the second guy.
Yeah. Oof. Right, and 14 now, I think he does. So let me just check that. That is Gildane. Nope, I'm wrong, he doesn't. Okay, so that is 14 damage transfers directly to him as well.
And I'll snarl at him, stop this madness.
Yeah, so you twat it him. Okay, so Kellen surges forwards. He goes a couple of steps up, swings his sword round, and bats Magnus in the side with such force that he falls screaming into the tentacles, which immediately lash at him and try to pull him down. As that's happening, Kellen spins round and slashes Gul'dan across the shoulders, causing quite a wound, and then yelling at him to stop this madness. And Gul'dan's like, I'm stopping. Okay, so next up we have Adrienne.
Damage on Magnus from the tentacles.
Next
No.
round, isn't it?
It's on his turn.
Right, okay. Stepping through the door entirely off the ice
Yes.
into this space, closing the door behind me.
Right, okay. You can close the door by clicking open door. It'll close it again.
Oh, yes. I'm just not used to like stating it and then sort of mind-eyeing it.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do these guys look subdued? Is Gildane genuinely stopping? Is he putting down his arcane device?
Make a it's an empathy roll. I think that's communication.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. It's perception.
Perception.
Not empathy.
Perception. Yeah.
Perception. Okay.
Perception, empathy. 18. You're not convinced. He's thinking about it, but he's also thinking about trying to see if an opening occurs so he can twat somebody.
Right, okay. I'm going to cast Shadow's Hood on him.
Try and blind him. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. And he's not looking at me. It's 2v1. I don't know if there's any kind of...
It's not going to help for a spell cast.
Right.
Okay, so that is a pass. What type of saving throw does he need? It'll be willpower, I'm imagining. Self-discipline, probably.
Willpower, any focus.
Okay.
Versus spell power.
That's a fail then. With just an 11.
No seeing for you.
Hang on, or is it? Yes, it is.
Oh,
Yeah,
has he got puppets?
There,
Puppets of fate active?
there is a fate pool active, but he's not going to be allowed to draw from it. So yes, go ahead.
Well, right,
Hands,
okay.
so it'd be hands.
Yeah. Hands could boost his save though.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about.
Yeah. As opposed to make me re-roll.
Yeah,
the
nobody
Shadow
was
Sword.
talking about making you really roll though. We were talking about could he boost his.
Right. Okay.
And anyway, I decided no because the faction that cast it doesn't like him.
That was just me. I kind of having a brain fart, trying to understand
that's okay.
how it works the other way on.
Cool.
Yes, because you're used to seeing it from one side of the counter,
Exactly,
not the other. Yeah.
Right now that he's blind, I have moved and closed the door, so that's a minor and a major, yeah.
Yes, it is. I'm just going to try and figure out what we can use to suggest. Oh, look, there's a perfectly good one. It's an eye with a cross through it.
Yep.
We'll use that for blind.
We've used that before. Yeah.
Is there a duration on that?
There is. I think it's for rounds equal to your willpower.
Yep.
But you can pay an additional 2 magic points to extend the duration of a successful cast by rounds equal to your willpower rather than they expire.
Right.
So I think that's saying like up to double your willpower if you keep spending past your willpower.
Yeah, I think I followed all of that. Okay, so what's the duration at the moment then? So I can type it in.
Adrian's willpower.
Yeah, that's 4.
4, thank you. So I will Shadow's Hood on Gildane. 4, and then once it gets to the end, you can tell me if you're going to renew it, and then
Yeah.
I'll up that again. Okay, so I'll close that now, and we go back to... So that's... Adrienne has stepped in and closed the door, didn't she?
Yes.
And then cast that. So
Yes.
that's both my major and minor action, yep. So it is the butler next. And the butler, who's been chased by far too many people for his liking, especially given the damage he's taken. That reminds me, he is in shadow again.
Far too many people. It's like a dwarf and an orc.
That's more than he's comfortable with. He's
One
not
and a
the
half.
most powerful type of... He's actually a seducer demon. So he's not...
No, yes, we've
he's
nobbled
not
one of them
physically
before.
powerful at all, yeah.
Sounds more like a shy demon to me.
Yeah. Well, this one doesn't handle that type of seduction. He normally offers people power and sees if they'll take it, which of course has been a running theme for Saragosa's story all the way through.
Indeed.
So he is going to try and bug out. I think it'll be the best bet.
Yeah.
Did I?
So it is what I thought it was then.
Maybe. So he's going to headbutt his way out the window. So somebody want to roll d6 damage for us, please?
Absolutely. Tell you what, Mog, Louise, you've been rolling very high today, so
Do you want me to do it?
I do.
Just the 1d6.
Just the 1d6, please, yes.
Like that.
Crash, and you can see blackish blood streaming back off the glass where he's cut his face. His face planted straight through the window. It shatters. He jumps out, his wings beating strongly, and I've already forgotten how far he's moved. Hang on a second.
And he's just going, I'm free like a butterfly, and then a white dragon sweeps in, snaps him out
to
the air.
that dragon?
You've never
You don't
encountered
know.
it.
Question is
Yeah.
he's now flying, yes?
Yes.
Alright.
Lightning has a really nasty effect on things that aren't grounded.
Well, it'll ground through them.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is the butler's only action for the round, isn't it? Because he was stunned, but he loses the stun now, I believe.
Yes. On his next turn, he'll be able to take a major action.
Yeah. Okay, so just need to find the little lightning flash again. Take it off. Ever notice these are always easier to find when you're putting them on than they are when you're taking them back off again?
Yeah.
Right. That's the butler done. So it's Mog, you to go next.
Is that a sliver of him I can see through that window there?
Yep.
Ah, shit. Yes, it is.
Right. Am I able to switch to my pistol and run towards the window and shoot in the same round?
No, because that would be 2 minor actions and a major.
Feck.
You can fire from where you are, but he is going to be in heavy cover.
Yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna do it.
As long as you break the window, I can probably cast through it more easily.
That's a murder hole. It
That-
doesn't need anything breaking.
Yeah, I figured. 'Cause
Oh,
it's a
nice.
skinny. Fuck it, I'll do it.
Okay, so you drop your axe and
worth a
pull out your
shot.
pistol. Aim. Well, don't aim because you haven't the
But I
time.
can't aim.
Pull out your pistol and snap off a shot. Massive billow of smoke.
Oh,
17.
and that would be that stunts. You can re-roll the stunts, but 5's pretty good.
Yes.
You don't have to keep the second one.
So that's a hint.
No,
That's
you
a
can-
hit, right?
That's a
Oh.
hit. Oh, that's a hit. Yeah.
It,
Very
Yeah.
palpable hit.
Can I take a lethal blow for all of the stuns?
Yes. Yeah, you can. You can.
That actually might make it.
oh right, okay. You might as well re-roll the stunt die because you get to
Oh,
keep
You
the
get to
better.
keep the best. That's what Sean
You
was
get to
saying.
keep the better
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just double checked it.
Yeah.
If you roll a 6, there's no point in rolling. But
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
anything else,
Anything else, you might as well roll. Because
Definitely.
if it's worse, you just go, well, I'll pick the original one then. Yeah. That's why I was saying this is a really, really good power.
It's a master level spell.
Yeah.
It's what you would hope for. Yeah.
That's my damage. Oh, bloody hell, that was quite good for a pistol ball.
That's not bad, is it? Oh,
that's without anything
13
extra
gets
being
through.
added.
Yeah.
Are you going to re-roll the stunts or not?
definitely. I would
I
have
don't know. I
thought.
used the stunts to do lethal.
Oh,
Oh, right, okay.
That's what I said.
Ah, right, never mind then.
you could have got an extra one for free.
Oh, okay. I was very confused by that. And
Oh,
okay, but
that's
it's okay because
that's
like I
because
used the lethal blow, and that's a good.
it is a
As
good
it's
one. Yeah,
as it's the first time we've used this, could Louise just roll a d6 to
right.
see if they'd get
If
the
they
extra
want
one?
to, but what they were just saying there was that they'd done a lethal blow. They were likely
Yeah.
to. That's the one they would likely pick anyway. So
Yeah.
even if they rolled a 6, it would only give them 1 extra point. So
Yeah, and like
Louise, you can re-roll it if you want, because you will get to pick the highest one. But even if you got a 6, you'd only get 1 extra stunt point. So
Which would give you a rapid reload, or you could skirmish the demon closer this way, so he's not in cover for me to hit next round.
actually a good point.
Yeah.
Yes.
fine. What am I rolling a d6?
Yeah.
2. So no, you would have kept the 5.
The original stands.
You'd have kept the 5, so you've burned all the stun points on the extra damage. You didn't gain an extra one to go. So it's Gorra to go next.
Okay. What is my highest damage output?
Well, first thing I'm going to say is you should probably roll to see if you notice the demon behind you. Or if
I've just seen Mog fire a pistol through the murder hole.
But bear in mind that these are technically happening within split seconds of one another. So give us a roll with +2 for Mog turning and firing.
What
Okay.
Mog?
Perception, sorry.
Wait, who's rolling? Me?
No.
No, me.
Right. Okay.
You saw the demon.
You saw it jump out the window, so you turned round and automatically saw it coming past the thing.
Whereas I was staring through into the bathroom, so yeah, that
so
does make sense.
might be trying to figure out why the hell you're firing out the thing.
Yeah.
With a 16, you have turned to see why Mog was firing out the murder hole, and you've spotted the demon.
And there was the +2 that you said, yeah?
And the +2, so that would make it 18.
Yeah.
So yes, you've followed Mog's line of aim and gone, oh fucking hell, the demon's outside.
Okay. I'm now looking to see what my highest damage output is. It's looking like my it's my Aquabus, I would say, which I haven't reloaded since the last time.
No, you haven't.
All of my offensive spells are all novice level.
How much damage do you do with an arcane blast?
1d6 plus 4. One of the lower ones. I'm tempted to jolt it again, because then it won't be able to take. Well, it'll still be able to move, won't it?
It'll still be able to move, but it wouldn't be able to do anything else.
Would the lightning potentially ground it?
I mean, it's going to do the same damage as it would normally do if it was just standing on the ground.
Yeah. Okay. We don't want it casting on us, of course.
You don't. Which would imply a jolt might be worthwhile. Or your arcane blast, because it doesn't cost you any magic, or I don't know what other spells you've got. So you've gone with a jolt?
Yep. And I'm going to re-roll the stunts.
Stun dice, yeah.
Okay, the 4 stands.
4 stands. Okay, so let's first of all make the demon save and throw against being stunned by that. So what's the target? What's the spell power?
17.
11. No, it's definitely been stunned again.
Lovely.
What is it about you and stunning demons?
I'm a priest.
Good point. Yeah.
Comes with the territory.
Right, so you blast the jolt at the demon. It wasn't expecting it at all. So the twin disappointments of being shot and then hit with a lightning bolt. It takes 2 points of penetrating. I think
Penetrating, indeed. Yes.
Yep. damage, so it can ignore its armor. So it drops that to there. It's looking rough.
Mm-hmm.
And you've still got your stunts to pick.
I do. Fast cast.
Yes, go ahead.
I'll fire off something else unpleasant at it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to hope that it has some manner of weakness to fire,
Okay.
with it being the divine fire of Palo.
Okay.
Flame blast.
Yeah, flame blast it. Okie dokie. And that is a hit. Well, that's a successful cast, rather. So your flame erupts from your hands and bursts through the murder hole as the demons flying into this storm of oncoming fire and pistol balls and spells.
Mm-hmm. And it just hits anything in 8x2.
Yes, well, that's the only thing it could hit is the
Yeah, indeed.
the demon. So what's the damage?
Flame blast damage. 2d6 plus 1. Oh, God.
Right, you are. Shrugs it off.
Yeah, okay.
So, if it wasn't for the fact you've electrocuted it and shot it with a pistol ball this round, it would laugh. But because of the pistol ball and the jolt, it's not seeing the funny side.
And for my minor action, I'll cast Mage Shield. Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Arcane Shield.
Okay, Arcane Shield. Yep, that looks like a pass to me.
Yep.
I think we are going to have to do something. So I think we'll do one of these.
I'm now draining the points from the staff.
Right. Okay.
Or have been draining the points from the staff.
Okay, so that's 10, 13, 14, 16. That's a pass. What's the mana cost on Puffets of Fate, just to save me time?
6.
6. Right, you are. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Why is she no longer on the turn order?
Oh, she's on the turn order. You just can't see her.
Oh, right, okay.
Because she used that displacement.
No.
I'm not going to tell you why. But
Well, I'm throwing that out there as a sort of educated guess, because she cast that and we can no longer see her token.
yeah,
And it gives her a benefit that way. Maybe it takes her out of the turn order as well. That's a kind of it's a cool power.
I just need to click on this here.
I know the mechanical reason for it.
Yeah.
No, in roll 20.
Click on that there. Yes. And I need to assign. Okay, this is a Puppets of Fate. So I need something that suggests a puppet.
So like a hand puppet?
Hand puppet, yeah. Oh, that looks like a marionette. It's actually supposed to imply strength, but I'll know what I mean. And that doesn't appear to have gone on. Come here. And that would be, what did you get? 5. Okay. So that's a major action and a minor action. I don't think I need to worry about a minor action. Oh, wait a minute. No, she can't do anything else this round. Okay, so it is Lyra next, who's unconscious. The master, who is staring at a closed door.
And an icy floor.
And an icy floor, yeah. So I think his first... excuse me. I think his first task is probably going to be this. And his second... that's a good question. let's have a look. I don't want to do that. Don't want to do that, and I don't want to do that either. So, okay. I think what he's going to do instead then is probably that. Okay, I just need to double check something, and then it will be onwards. Yep, that's fine. So that's Apprentice Saria, who's feeling a bit nervous at the moment, having been left in. Probably going to send this to scuttle up that way and menace that. I appreciate you've got no idea what the fuck I'm talking about because you can't see what's going on in that room. But for the audience, Saria is sending the summoned beastie scuttling over that way to menace the master. The master should probably therefore make a saving throw to see if he realises it is a illusion.
Turns out he's got an
Yes.
acrophobia. No, I can't. Yeah.
Arachnophobic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fear of spiders.
Fear of spiders. Yeah. Dexterity, finding intelligence, perception. He gets +2 to this because he knows she's an illusionist. It's 14, and I think he's failed to see through that. Let me just double check Saria's
Spell power.
spell power, magic, and he's passed. Yep, so he knows that's an illusion. He only just passed if it hadn't been for that bonus. So it is Apprentice Gildane who's looking a bit. Yeah, he's holding his arms out and his staff to his sides, going, I surrender or whatever. Can't we all talk and get on? Now it's Magnus who's going to need a bit of a saving throw because of the squelchy thing he's trapped in. Can anyone remember what the saving throw was, or am I going to have to look this up?
It's a dexterity.
No, wasn't it willpower any focus?
What against
I don't know.
Okay, I'm going to have to look it up.
You're going to have to look it up.
So it was the demon, I think, who cast it.
Yeah.
So let me just find the demon. I could probably look it up in the rule book if need be. I might have to because I can't find the demon on here again. There he is. The butler, and he cast...
Yeah, willpower any focus versus spell power.
Willpower any focus versus spell power, and the spell power is 16. Oh dear. Right, so Magnus, you're in trouble here, mate. Not being very strong-willed has not helped. As it happens, though, he's still taking 1d6 damage because he started the round in the thing, but he's managed to get himself out.
Puppets of Fate.
Oh, fuck off. Okay, and Puppets of Fate, I think he failed the Puppets of Fate test, am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he has to re-roll that save and throw against the spell. Nope, he's still trapped in it.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Can he actually stand up, though?
He can stand up, so I'll take the prone marker off him.
I would advise him to do that.
I will roll d6 damage. He will take d6 damage. He will scream as the tentacles writhe. He's trying to pull himself up. He gets up to his feet. He starts to move across the area, trying to pull himself out, and the tentacles grab his legs, haul him back. He's screaming and trying to pull himself out, all to no avail. And with that, thank you very much for coming today. Hope you've enjoyed the game. We'll pick it up from that next combat round next week. I'll brush up on some of these spells. There's so many of them. I brushed up on some, and then they weren't the ones that we wound up using a lot of the time. As it happens.
You might want to put a marker in for the tentacles. We've probably got 4 more rounds.
Is there not a mark on the tentacles? No, there's not. Okay.
No.
I don't know.
But it was twice the amount of it was twice the amount of willpower that the demon had.
Yeah, so it was 10 rounds, but it's
Yeah.
been 2, so there's 8 left to go. So I will put that in right now while you're watching. So
2. It's been more than that. Did he not cast it on about the 2nd or 3rd turn?
I think it was the 3rd turn, so I would be. What round? We're just starting round 3 now, so I'm gonna start it. I'm gonna say it's got 6 left. That seems.
Well, there was the first. Well, hang on. Best bet. This is being recorded.
Yeah, I'll just
watch
go back
it
and
through.
check. Yeah.
Yeah, you can check it.
So shadow tentacles. I'll set it for 7 for now, and then I'll listen to the recording, and if it turns out that's wrong, I'll correct it. So that's shadow tentacles.
It was at least a couple of rounds before he fell back.
Yes. Because you had to batter the door in before he cast it.
That's also true.
Ah, right. Yeah.
So, yeah,
yeah,
it
break
can't-
the
it
door.
can't
That
have
was
been
took
7.
2 rounds.
Yeah.
So it must be.
Must be 6. Yeah.
Yeah. When he got hit badly in the first round, he retreated through the doorway. It took 2 rounds to get through the door, at least.
2, 3, 4. So yes. Okay, I'll double check, but I think they are.
Massively beneficial to record the games.
It is, yes, definitely. So yeah, I think this. I've done that the wrong way around. I think it's 7, but I'll double check. I'll watch it again and. Now, why is that? I see. Yep, because I pressed the wrong button again. There we go, 7. Okay, so thank you very much for coming. I hope you enjoyed it. I know this fight's going to take a long time because of all the spells that are going off. Having 9 mages in a single fight.
9? 9?
9. Thank you very much at home for tuning in and watching it. I hope you enjoyed it too. We'll pick up exactly where we left off next week when we see you back here. So do stay safe and take care, and we will see you all then.
Bye for now.
Bye bye.
Ta-ta.